40. That's good. That's
Every
good.
time.
That's
Every
good,
time.
brother. Exactly. Start bopping the old head, man. I'm telling you.
No, I know.
Morning, guys.
Good morning, sir.
Morning, everybody.
Morning,
Ride-alongs, rookies,
Evening,
road
chat.
dogs, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning.
We've got some activity already in the chat. I see Peter Murphy, retired Sergeant Peter Murphy's in the chat. We got
That a boy.
plenty of our trusty mods. We got Melissa B. All right.
Mr. Murphy, man. He's a road dog, man. He's just, you can look at him and you can tell that he's seen some shit and done some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Yeah, I like him. I like him. He's an old school cat, man.
Yeah.
It was fun. It was fun talking to him, man. I bet you he's got a lot of old school stories, man.
Like old Metro. Remember? Hey, we take him to the state line, drop him off, and say, "Don't come back." Remember those stories, man? Holy crap! Speaking of stories, did you guys see? Do you know about the battle between Falcon or whatever? What's his name? Elon Musk, his rocket ship company, right? So they're going SpaceX, right? So him and NASA are going at it, and apparently he got some records from NASA. Check this out. There was an astronaut that was going all the way through training, right? And he got to his exit exam, and it finds out that he's allergic to. I mean, he's claustrophobic.
Mm.
And the doctor said, "Why are you trying to be an astronaut if you're claustrophobic?" He goes, "That's the only place I can find space."
Oh my gosh.
Well, let's go.
We are here today to premiere the footage that we got from our visit to Massachusetts about a month and a half ago. Did a lot of fun stuff, which we're going to show you. But before we get into that, while we're still kind of on the subject of Peter Murphy, Sergeant Murphy, I've got a little video I want to share from Tom CPU's show yesterday, because the wonderful Canton Police are targeting and intimidating those who stand out against for the Free Karen Read movement, and they are now going after him. So I'd like to take a second and play this for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Peter, how you doing today, bud? Doing well. How you doing? Good. What's the date you have for your things there? February 6th, it's 10:15 at Stoughton District Court.
All right, 10:15. All right.
What did they charge you with?
Trespassing. Criminal trespassing.
Criminal trespassing. What were you doing to trespass?
Private property. You guys are coming up with wonderful questions.
Doesn't it have to be called in first for a report to be reacted on? And don't you have to be warned first before you get ticketed? Like,
You're right on.
I thought that's how it went. You just end up with one in the mail?
The only mail I got was happy holidays from the Stoughton District Court.
Here's a summons.
Just being summoned.
Jesus. You gonna get a lawyer?
Yeah.
How much is that gonna cost? Okay.
Thousands.
Okay. All right. So we can see what we can do about that. Do you have PayPal, Venmo, anything like that?
I do.
All right. Can you get it to me?
I can.
Get that to me, and I'll put it up.
Thank
Not a
you.
problem, bud.
Awesome.
Wow. So they're going after him too now, huh?
Yeah, they're criminal trespassing.
Was it like a
So,
church or something like that? Weaponizing a church or something to that effect?
yeah, he was attending a standout and getting prepared to go over, and there's a lot to it. But February 6th, the Stoughton District Court, 10:15 a.m. If anyone is in the area,
Stop by.
please go show your support. Yep. And my understanding is that a GoFundMe will be set up. So I think Tom CPU's on all that. So Peter's a good dude. We had a great time with him. You'll see that a little bit later. And if you guys can support, please do.
You know, trespassing is one of our go-to tools here in Vegas, right? You have a lot of unhoused people, transient people, even people that are guests of the hotel. They get trespassed and they get kicked out of their room. But that's a misdemeanor, you know? And typically when we trespass somebody, they're walking out the back door before we even leave the police station. It's a walkthrough. So I don't know why. I guess Cat has no shame. They're going to go after everybody that's involved with this Karen Reed case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. Ridiculous. And how can they give him a summons? Right, you have to be verbally warned first.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Hey, you are trespassing. They have to give you a verbal warning. At least here in Vegas, they have to give you a verbal warning. Has to be a sign posted after the verbal warning. If you return, right, your subsequent return will lead to a ticket in lieu of arrest or an arrest.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they didn't give him anything, no warning or anything, and then all of a sudden they just send him a letter. He's got to show up to court. That seems a little sus.
A little hard, huh? A little hard.
Absolutely, but that's why they're going after him. So
Oh, for sure.
we'll make
For
sure
sure.
to get the GoFundMe up for Peter Murphy there, Sergeant Peter Murphy, and get him some money to get a lawyer because this bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, really,
Yep.
criminal trespass? Are you serious? Because he's going to a
Yeah.
standout?
Yeah. Was he
fuck
the
is
only
wrong with
one,
these
or did
people?
was he the only one, or did all of them get it? Because if he's the only one, that's suspicious in itself.
Yeah, I don't know that
Yeah.
answer. Peter was in the chat. I'm not sure if he's still there. That's a good question. Is specifically targeting you, or are they going after others that were with you as well?
Can you imagine?
Right,
Can you
'cause if
imagine
ever-
if they? Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, if other people parked there, everybody would have to get the citation, right? And so he can easily say, "Look, man, they picked me out of all these people. They absolutely are singling me out. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Because of the Karen Reed stuff."
Yeah.
But if everyone's crooked and the judge is crooked, which it seems to kind of be maybe back there, who knows? You might get life in jail for criminal trespass. Who knows?
Can you imagine if they ticketed 20 people for trespassing? The court cost alone, that cost is going to be reflected back onto the citizens of Canton. So
Yeah.
it's a lose-lose for them. They just might as well just leave everybody alone.
Yeah, and they're just pissing people off.
Yeah.
They're just pissing
Yep.
people off. So
Yeah.
he was the only one.
He was the only one.
Wow.
So he's got a good case to fight.
Yeah. Well, he's got history with him, right? Because he was a cop,
Mhm.
right? And he's standing
Yep.
up for what is right. So that's two
Yep.
strikes. The third strike is him getting trespassed and getting, a
Yeah,
case.
the church parking lot is private property.
Yeah. Exactly.
So what if he said I didn't go to the standout, I ended up going to church instead?
Yeah.
That's what I would have said. I would have said, I'm going to church. Coming to and from church, sir.
That is weird, dude. Absolutely weird.
Yeah, and this sign, I did speak to Peter a little bit this morning. They do have a sign, or they did have a sign at that point that said no trespassing, which was apparently very new and covered in snow from a snowplow going by, so it wasn't even visible.
Yeah. Well, he's
Make
got
sure
a
somebody
case.
gets a picture. Make sure
Yep.
somebody gets a picture of that for court so he can say,
Yep.
look, Your Honor, the no
This was back
trespassing
in
sign is
September.
actually hidden by snow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to get pictures. Pictures for proof. You know what they say? Pictures worth 1,000 words.
Yep.
But they didn't even cite him or anything. He walked away with nothing, and then all of a sudden, for Christmas, he gets this summons. So
Yeah, that sounds sus.
Yeah.
At least here in
Right.
Vegas, you have to be verbally warned, because we have the girls that come into the hotel, right? They get trespassed, working girls, and they'll be trespassed. Gonzo, what's the limit? What's the limit before they actually start pressing charges? It's like 10 times.
10.
10
Wow.
times you can get trespassed before they actually start like worrying about you.
Now listen, if you don't have nothing to do, you can get cited and arrested in the second one, right? Throw them in the system, get them
Right.
a number so we know how to track them, right? But yeah, they're very lax on
Right.
trespassing. That's for sure.
Dennis Sweeney
yeah,
says
so-
there is a picture of it buried. I imagine it's just a picture of
good.
snow.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
We got a lot to cover.
make sure that picture gets to Peter Murphy. Make
Yep.
sure he gets that picture. He's going to need it for court.
We got a lot to cover, but any more that we hear about this, we will let you guys know. I don't know if Peter can come on and talk about it before, but probably not. But he's welcome to join us in the future. But let's move on. I got one more thing to add before we fire up the video. Gonzo, when you did your member video, you changed all the layouts.
I don't know what I did. I had 2 buttons.
Anyway, I'll work on that in the background.
Okay.
This, I got too many screens going on. This is a shot sent to us from our classic overthinker, who's, I don't know if she's here. She's usually here. With her LVCopsTV gear, mug, and looks like a mug, sticker, and a shirt.
Yep. Yep.
So,
Nice.
thank you for rocking
That's
the
awesome.
gear. T-shirt is
That's
so
awesome.
soft.
Looks
Uh,
good. They are good. Yep. We have a couple.
And again, our merch is we donate our profits to Karen Reed, right, Steve? Is that what we do?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And I just got our bank card, so I can actually go ahead and start doing that now.
Perfect.
We got another one from Baking Mom. She's enjoying coffee in her favorite program's mug, which happens to be us.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So I know lots
I
of
gotta
people
get that
got some hoodies and shirts. So if you wanna share on Twitter or ask at LVCopsTV.com email, send it to us and we will share. And we haven't gotten anybody with actually a picture of themselves yet.
Yeah. Don't be scared.
I have
Don't be
one.
scared.
I have one. I just keep forgetting to send it to you.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, a girl
This
named Gigi.
layout.
Yeah, she works with us. She's got her LV Cops TV shirt on. She told her to send me a picture with her, in it so we could advertise, and I just forgot to send it to you. Sorry.
Brian's fault. Brian messed up.
Yep.
My fault.
And we
And
got
I'm
a super
sick.
chat.
That's why we're doing this from home. Now it's my turn to be sick.
We got a super chat from,
Susie.
I'm getting some glitching. You guys okay?
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. The Matrix, man. We're all
right.
glitching.
Super chat from Susie CJ, $2. Thank you, Susie. There's no shame in mass. Yeah. So free Peter Murphy. I've already seen signs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
For
we
criminal
got
trespass at a church. Oh.
rookie.
What
new
else would they
rookies.
come up with?
Is that right?
And Susie also just became a new member.
Let's
so
go!
thank you for joining the ride
Nice.
along, Susie.
Click that badoosh button. Is it on
Thank you,
there?
Susie.
Badoosh.
Thank you.
Badoosh.
Thank you.
Badoosh. Speaking of that, we got 361 watching and only 43 likes. So if you guys take a second, badoosh that like button, please. Helps our channel be seen by others.
Yep.
All right. Do you guys want to
It
say
does.
anything before we fire up the video?
No, let's rock and roll it, son.
No, let's do it, man. I'm sick, everybody, so that's why we're doing this kind of from home today.
Should have got some popcorn.
All right. So
Yeah, it's like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Let's fire it up. I'm just going to put a small on the side, and we can watch along if you guys need me to stop at any point to address anything, and let me know.
Okay.
Oh, Blessed in Texas has been here for 2 months. He's been here longer. Thank you for 2 months of membership.
Don't mess with Texas, bro. Do not mess with Texas.
The more members, the
Especially when
better.
they're
So we can get back out to Mass in spring and meet anybody who's out there and do a standout and maybe be out in front of the courthouse when the trial's actually happening.
That'd be cool. That'd be
awesome. Yeah, that'd be cool. They'll send people down to mess with us.
Well, cool. They already do it on X.
Yeah.
I know, right? Are
Haters are
we
gonna
streaming
hate.
on X too right now, Steve?
No, we're just on YouTube right now.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, here we go.
Just the
Let's go.
tube. Do it.
Baby. What's up, Jim? I woke up this morning and I found myself in Canton.
I did as well.
Right?
I did as well.
Right.
We're here.
Trick somebody.
Hey, B, when's the last time you were on an airplane?
Oh, 1998.
Like 26 years.
1998.
That's
yeah.
when they still have props.
Before
I
9/11.
think you could smoke on planes then. That's how long it's been.
LVCopsTV on a surprise trip.
Nice trip. Yep.
Rolling out.
I figured I'd see the guys waiting in line here.
Whoa.
And here I am.
Figures.
Cops do love their donuts.
Figures you got us get donuts.
To start the flow of oxygen, place the mask over your nose and mouth and put the elastic band over your head.
Providence, Rhode Island. Very cool place. A little chilly.
Literally cool.
Not digging the cold.
Who's all those?
That was a fun trip.
B, what'd you get?
Steak.
Portuguese steak.
Portuguese steak. And it is good.
I got this
It was
giant,
delicious.
giant
It's a well-tell.
fish and chips.
Piece of fish.
Also got the
Brazilian
steak.
No way.
How is that?
No egg, but it's good. It's real good. Use your real name, not your
Station.
stage name.
Bill?
I'm gonna sign it. Cop Daddy.
Oh, damn, he's writing a novel on me.
Fuck you right. I started 2-point right Genesis, but sum it up, son. Sum it up.
One paragraph, please.
Okay. Let me do this. I think he's too fucked up.
You getting this right?
There you go. It's the sloppiest signature in the world.
It's all right.
Because I was gonna write
10 minutes for that? What?
I don't even know what you wrote.
Is there room?
I crossed
Hey,
it out
Steve,
and then
pause it.
signed it.
Come on.
Okay.
B, how cool is Glare, dude? You know what I'm
He's
saying?
cool.
Like,
Yeah, we had a good time. Yeah.
he's the guy you see at a social event, and he's just going to be having a good time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Super friendly,
Yeah.
super
Yeah,
approachable.
I remember when he came into the Cove to meet us that night, the very first time I ever because I saw him on the internet, you know what I mean? And we've talked. But I look at this guy come into the Cove, right? Because you know how we're always looking around, right? So I'm scanning the room and I see this guy and I do a double take and a triple take. And I'm like, this dude's on a mission the way he's looking around the restaurant. I was like, what's up with this dude? I was like, what's up with this dude, man? I'm like thinking, all right, we might have to take this dude out. And all of a sudden, and I'm like, oh, wait, that's Will.
I thought we got tracked down, man. I thought, oh shit, they found us.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Steve, roll it.
Yeah, he's funny, man.
I don't know how to do this bullshit, celebrity bullshit, dude. I don't know how to do this.
I know. It's
I
not
do.
really celebrity stuff.
I do because I'm Mexican.
Because we're not celebrities.
Let's do it right here. Can we sign the outside? Or it
It doesn't matter where you sign it.
Is there a spot for like where both of you can kind of?
You can cut LVCopsTV.
You don't
Or
want
we
me
can
on
do
it,
it
do you?
here.
Huh?
You don't want me on.
Yeah,
it,
you do.
You want me? All right.
So we can do all three. So let's do this.
We can put like LVCopsTV and then we can all.
I didn't get the fucking
By
megaphone.
the way, you're taking longer than I did. Just for the record.
I should have wrote it bigger. Ugh. My only regret. Should have wrote it bigger.
Right there after me.
Put it in English though.
Si, senor.
I'll put a comma right there.
Yeah.
There you go. Oh, that's nice.
F with it. Sorry. On there. What the hell?
Yeah, I kind of messed it up.
I'm gonna get rid of his Hamlin left-handed.
Boy, that a boy. Let's go.
I know there's Brutus.
No, there's a bloodhound that's always in the FKR pages.
Okay.
The guy goes to all the standouts. He always has his dog, and he goes to all the standouts. And he has the megaphone. And he had reached out to me. He says, "Hey, can you get Karen to sign this, and maybe Billy and Janet? I want to give it to Nick Rocco and have him raffle it off on one of the pages, and I'm gonna donate the money to Karen."
What the fuck's wrong with you? And he's soaking his hair. Everything. He's like, I fell in the pool. I'm like, you fell in the fucking pool? How'd you fall in the fucking pool? They go, I misstepped.
Yeah, obviously.
I didn't even hear it. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? He's soaked. I mean, he just got out of a pool, full uniform, all the way in, head and everything. So I'm like, all right, we go, we get the word, we go in, clear the house, come out, and I go, dude, let's go back to the station.
So anyway, we're gonna do a little tour.
Okay.
And we're gonna have one-on-one conversations with real cops. All right,
sir.
And
real cops.
Our guest, Peter Murphy, is well known here. So we're gonna pick his brain and see how he thinks and how he works.
Conversation with three cops.
Three pigs.
Three little pigs.
Three pigs in a blanket.
Two little pigs and a bigger pig.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Here.
Hey, Peter. Nice to see you.
Good morning, guys. Nice to meet you guys.
How long were you up here in Canada?
All told, 24 years. It started in the mid-70s as which you may be familiar with, is what they call a special, then a permanent intermittent, which was under the dome of the civil service, which means you have some backing and you're going to get hired on an attrition list at some point in time, having passed an exam, and then you do a psychological.
Yeah.
You can also work the street, take some law courses.
So why'd you want to be a cop?
I wanted to be a cop since I was 5 years old.
Yeah. Were anybody in your family cops?
Father was a probation officer.
Okay.
Maybe that was what started.
Family was,
Yeah. I guess my backstage goal was to protect and serve and help people. I used to walk around the station and say, remember guys, after a phone call, people helping people. That's what we're here for.
Protect and serve. I agree.
And I did an ethics presentation. We had to do an ethics we had to do a presentation at Babson College to take. We did extra courses on management as a sergeant, lieutenants would do, and we had to do a 15-minute presentation to one of the professors or whatever in the class, and I picked ethics. And even when I said I want to convey to everybody here that it's not WIFM, the acronym WIFM. And they said, WIFM? What's WIFM? And I said, what's in it for me?
Ah, yes. Yeah.
I said,
It's a selfless job is what it is.
What's in it for them? Mm-hmm. Some people take it for the wrong reason. Mm-hmm. And I think we're seeing that play out.
Yeah, it's a thankless job. So you work in the streets here.
I did.
For 24 years. So let me ask you something.
I was also a Westwood police officer.
Right.
Back in '82, they had Proposition 2.5, 3 officers from Canton, full-timers got laid off.
Okay.
Westwood was hiring, they had 2 officers transferred to the NDC, which was like the state police at the time. I backfilled. I took that opportunity, I interviewed, and I went to their police academy.
So
82.
Let me ask you about the Karen Reed case. So obviously you've seen some of our videos.
I have.
Okay, you've seen all of our videos about how we feel about what the police did.
Right.
So you were a cop here in Canada. What is the policies and procedures for, let's start at the beginning, crime scene preservation, evidence pickup. What do you guys, what do you remember? Did they do a good job?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's very good.
It's what they didn't do is worse than what they did do.
Right.
Correct.
Exactly.
What they did do was you had to come out in a jury.
Right.
Or with testimony, right? They may have nefariously did what they did. Correct. They certainly couldn't have done it out of ignorance, because I worked with all of those guys. I worked with Gallagher. I worked with Lang, Berkowitz, and Rafferty came on the job when I was a midnight supervisor. They came on new boots on the ground. We had a Christmas party. They couldn't even have alcohol. They were under 21.
Wow.
And they were cops.
And they were cops.
So what's the age limit here? Because in Vegas, you have to be 21 to be a cop.
You have to, 21 once you graduate the academy.
Yeah, you cannot get the badge pinned on you until you are 21. Yeah.
I believe at the time, don't hold me, this was 18.
18, that's
yeah.
Wow.
So when did
That's not very much experience, life experience.
No, No, it isn't.
You don't get time to build common sense, street smarts. Right?
Exactly. That's true.
Okay, so the evidence, so we know that they didn't do anything proper. Have you ever picked up blood in a solo cup?
Never.
Okay. Did you ever use a leaf blower to blow snow out of the way?
And nor would I.
Let me ask you this: I'm sure you, in your career, you've gone to a crime scene similar to Officer John O'Keefe's situation, where there's a lot of snow and you're looking for evidence. What was your process back then? What would you have done in this scenario?
I can tell you that it sounds familiar because you've heard it in their testimony. I never had to investigate a crime scene in the snow.
Okay.
I just didn't. Rain, footprints on pavement,
Okay.
arrests, felonies, stuff like that.
Okay.
But if the question is what I would have done different here,
Yes.
you'd start out blocking the street.
Yeah.
And number two, you'd go to some kind of tagging, bag of tag, some kind of device, cones, something that would permanently mark where the deceased, where the body was.
Yeah, it was mind-boggling to me that even with Saraf and Mulaney, they knew where the body was, but yet later on in the case, nobody knew exactly. Nobody knew exactly where
You couldn't triangulate anything. Nobody knew.
I remember Trooper Paul was saying, he goes, well, we had to guesstimate where the body was. I was like, why didn't you ask the first officer? Why didn't he put out some fucking cones or something and say, this is exactly where he was? Why didn't anybody?
At least his head.
Well, exactly. I'll keep trying to answer your question that you threw at me. So if you want to do like a bullet point of what should have happened in three cops' opinions, mine would be you would have closed the street. You would have called the perimeter. You would have called the station,
Resources.
and said, get a hold of the chief. Advise what we have. We have, at some point, we have a dead person on a Boston cop phone, and now we have his wallet or maybe his ID. We don't know if he had it on or if somebody else had it. Total recall. Bring everybody in, mandatory recall. Don't tell me you got to shovel your driveway. Don't tell me you got a birthday party. You took this job, you get here within an hour.
It's 6 o'clock in the morning.
There's only 3 inches of snow.
Yes.
And they all drive SUVs.
Yeah, there's 6 o'clock in the morning, everybody should be available.
Everybody should have been available and recalled.
Yeah.
And you could deal with the aftermath of why they couldn't get there later, but at least bring 75, 85% of the rank and file into that scene.
So what you just said is what we would have done: an inner perimeter, an outer perimeter. Right?
Yep.
Inner perimeter meaning the in front of the house itself.
Right.
Outer perimeter, the streets blocked off. Contain, gather evidence, preservation of the scene. Yeah, the fact that they didn't even know where John was, Officer O'Keefe, blows my mind. I can't. That would never happen in Vegas in a million fucking years.
It should never happen on the planet.
Yeah, correct. So, how long did you know these guys? When did they? I'm assuming they hired on like in the late '80s, early '90s.
Yes, I had been on the Westwood Police Department, as I said, Canton in the mid-'70s, permanent intermittent up until '82, transferred as a permanent intermittent to Westwood Police Academy in October of '82. Got out in December of '82, transferred December 13th of '86 back to Canton, lateral transfer back.
So when you came back in '86, was they already here? Gallagher and
No, they all, DG and Petro, who was the evidence officer since retired. That's a story in itself. All the people that have fled, for want of a better word, you can dress it up with the word retired. They fled. We just had an officer named Scott Brown, who was third generation Canton cop. He resigned and transferred to another adjacent department.
What does that tell you?
You tell me. He's third generation cop.
Yeah.
Like I don't say, men don't retire from the job; they retire from the administration.
Yeah.
Just like he just said.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much a fact. You know what I mean?
Right. I mean, I could give you a list of officers, both female and male, that literally fled or bailed.
Right.
Very close proximity to the Birchmore and the Karen Reed O'Keefe case.
Gallagher loves tape. Gallagher loves that evidence tape. Do you think he put up enough tape that? Did he? You know, do we ever actually see the tape up? Like on video?
Yeah, it was blowing in the wind.
Oh, that's right. Our video was blown away. He loved that.
In the interior crime scene that they traipsed through and then traipsed through again. And then leave. Just saying.
Let me say this. Let's say hypothetically, they said you're the first surviving officer, and they said to you, "My boyfriend was in that house, and he looks like this."
Okay.
What's your course of action with that house?
Well, I would start with protective sweep, especially if you knew, and the cops knew who lived in that house.
Oh, yeah.
They knew his affiliation with the Boston Police. He used to come inside the station when I was on the desk as a desk sergeant, routinely go right upstairs, give me the wave. I was told, he's Brian Albert, comes to the front window, green light upstairs.
He's got the key.
He's got the free pass key.
Yeah.
That was back a long time ago.
Yeah.
So you're saying you would have knocked on the door of the homeowner and tried to
Yeah.
ascertain, hey, did you know that there's a dead guy in your front yard?
Absolutely. You south the house. There could be 5 bodies in it. It could have been a gangland
You
here.
do a safety sweep.
Yeah.
Corrective sweep, safety sweep.
Yeah.
Knock on the door 4 times. No dog bark. Nobody comes out. Fire trucks,
Yeah.
EMS.
Yeah.
You have the fire department take that ram. I want the door off the hinges. 1, 2, 3.
Exactly.
You don't know what's in there.
Exactly.
See, you knock on the door and you see what's up. And like I said in my video, I would knock on that door for 10 hours straight.
Right.
I would put a rookie on that door and say, I want you to knock on this door continuously until somebody answers that door.
And probably send somebody around the perimeter of the house, property line, to cover the back door. You don't know if you're gonna roll Officer O'Keefe over, find a knife in his back, a 45 caliber hole. You don't know what's going on there.
You don't know.
And the fact that Sarah,
It gets my adrenaline going. I squeeze my coffee cup and spill it all over us. Go ahead.
let's talk about Seraph's amazing report. His report writing skills are legendary in Vegas now. I mean, he had a dead body, a dead officer, and his report was literally, I think, like 3 sentences.
3 sentences.
4 sentences.
Right.
Now that's an overkill because that's probably too much. We probably didn't need that much. Probably just say it with a word, right?
We were talking about it last night. Our reports are a minimum 4 pages on a dead body, even if it's a natural dead body.
It's still 4 pages.
Still 4 pages.
In other words, you've got a boilerplate protocol that you have to fill in. Every single question has to be answered.
Yeah. And
We didn't have one.
Ours
I don't know if you even have one now.
Ours even states like synopsis, right? We're going to talk about what we saw when we came in, a synopsis of the scene. And then it'll say body. They want to know everything about the body. What are they wearing? Body position, medications. Like there's all these questions. And so there's a lot of points that we got to hit on each page that they want to know. So that body was in the supine position, head was facing north, blah, blah, blah. This is what they were wearing. This is what I saw. Once the coroner came in and we undressed him, this is what I observed, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
None of that was done.
It's just, I guess I'll try to get back on track with what you'd asked me. So you'd go to the door, you'd do a perimeter check, stay out of the interior crime scene.
Look for evidence,
Look
right?
for evidence, look for more bodies out back. Maybe.
Yeah, like you said, it could have been a game.
Maybe look for a pool of blood if they dragged him up the bulkhead and left him out back for 3 hours.
Everything you're
Bring his body temperature down to 80 degrees.
Good idea.
Everything you're saying is obvious.
Yeah.
Right? But it's not obvious to these guys for some reason.
We have I don't know what it is, 23-week, maybe 24-week academy. I would bet my mortgage that anybody coming out of the academy got an 80 passing grade or more would handle that scene a lot better and would have fulfilled some of the responsibilities and SOPs we've already just discussed, and we've only touched the surface.
So do you think there was a reason that the certain cops that showed up did?
Absolutely. Some of them showed up not even on duty, and I don't think, without looking at all the phone records, who called them and when.
Okay, let me ask you this. Who do you think did the best in court?
Without going into which patch they were wearing, the officer from Dayton, the Barrows, he talked about the car when he arrived with the tow truck.
Yeah.
Other than that, maybe Mulaney.
Mulaney, who's a rookie.
Yeah.
He's not been painted yet.
Yeah, he seemed
Right.
He seemed to be just honest and truthful, pretty short answers. Yes, sir. No, sir. Yeah, he seemed pretty legit.
Lucky Loughran, the plow driver.
Love that guy.
Yeah, Lucky did good.
Straight shooter all the way.
While we're on Lucky, I can tell you a little story. You guys may not have it. It's not per se about Lucky. I have talked to a person a few months ago that told me He was a subcontractor following that morning. And the radio transmission went out at 0400 hours approximately. Hey, guys, report of a pedestrian struck by a plow on Fairview Road.
And what time did this come out?
4 in the morning. I'll finish my story and you can dissect that. There was only one radio transmission. Now, when you're a subcontractor, you're in a truck, ABC plowing, ABC plowing, ABC plowing. You have communication with the dispatch of the Canton DPW. They give you a portable radio or you're on a shared frequency. So everybody heard that. There was never another transmission. There was never any MS response. I mean, don't you think reporting pedestrian start, they would have sent an ambulance and a fire truck?
Yeah, at least a little. Or at least roll a unit that way to say, hey, can you confirm this? So you send one cop that way, he lights it up, looks around, oh, we got one, expedite medical.
Right. To my knowledge, it was only on the DPW radio frequency. Just that one transmission, radio silence after that. And the story I'm told is that a couple of days after the blizzard and everybody went home and slept, the question was asked, I believe, to the owner of the company, the landscape company. Hey, Brian, whatever happened to that radio transmission? You never heard that transmission? And if you bring it up again, you're unemployed.
Wow. How does it work? Right?
So is that the recorded line? That radio?
I don't know whether they have it or not. I don't know.
I'm assuming if it was recorded, they got rid of it. Right.
Well, if they came over the radio station, radio frequency, they would have it recorded.
Somebody might have recorded it, but that'd be hard to locate.
Yeah.
Especially if
The fire department might monitor the DPW transmissions in a big storm.
see everything that we say on the radio, everything is recorded, 100%, and all times. So there's no way you could say, "Oh, I didn't say that." Oh, let's pull it up, and dispatch is not going to erase it. Even if you
Maybe your dispatch isn't.
Yeah.
well, you'd have to. That would be dangerous because everybody would be fired. So you'd have to be real tight with that dispatcher. And even then, I don't know if they can pull it. I don't think dispatch has that power. They don't. In Vegas, once it's recorded, it goes to a separate hub. Nobody can get to it. You know what I mean? It's got to be like the FBI or something, because that way we have full transparency. Look, we can't. It's like our body cams. We can't change them. We can't delete. We can't do anything. We can watch it, but that's it. And even the supervisors can't do anything to it. They can just watch it.
And my comment to that, what you've just said is, and I've heard it since we sat down here, is it obviously sounds like the culture, the mindset of your department, going back several chiefs and administrations, has been real law enforcement, as opposed to just wing it. What else should it be done? You do a outside perimeter, do a check backyard. He's got a fenced in backyard. Are there more bodies at their footsteps? Is there a pool of 3 liters of blood outside the bulkhead? Knock on the door 3 times, 3rd time's a charm, kick the door, go in, guns drawn.
Yeah.
He's in the school of fast tell me.
Yeah.
Right?
Old school.
Right? Old school.
Yeah. Because when there's a dead guy in your front yard, we're going into that house. We need to get into that house.
Absolutely.
And the fact that, remember in the video where they show somebody walking? We just watched it last night. Jen walking
Around the outside perimeter and down the driveway.
into the house. And then both cops were like, I didn't see her. No, where'd she go? We don't know. You see, you just let a person who was at the body, like, what if that was a murderer?
Right?
You just let them walk into the house, and then you're gonna, where'd they go? Oh, it don't matter. It's not a big deal. I mean, just let the murderer walk away, and now we don't know where they're at. Now we're not even gonna knock on the door of this house.
Yeah.
You see how stupid that sounds?
Yeah. Well, we said it at the opening. It is so horrific what they did and didn't do that it couldn't have been by mistake or ignorance or accident.
That's what we always said. There's no way this was on purpose.
One or two mistakes.
By mistake.
One or two mistakes, I get it.
Yeah.
But the whole thing,
No, this was
from
100%
start to end,
on purpose. 100%. Yeah.
Another thing too would be, all right, let's just say, where do you want to go? Did we get in the house? Did we take the door down? Are we in the house? You want to go further?
yeah, it's one house.
Okay, now we're in the house. Somebody's probably going to be either got a mop in their hand with bleach. Just saying.
Real talk. Yeah.
Or they're going to pretend they're sleeping.
Yeah.
Correct.
After the 3rd knock, they run up and climb in the crib with their pinky.
Yeah.
And their ass cell phone
Yeah.
in the middle of something.
Yeah.
But then you can always, like, you can tell, like, I was just asleep. Really?
Really?
And you're like, your heart's racing like a mofo.
And you're all perspiration.
Yeah, how
cleaning the
you're
basement.
just sleeping, your heart rate's 120. So, yeah. Okay,
So,
I like,
all right, so you establish some kind of.
I would do a premise freeze.
Yeah,
Freeze the house.
freeze everybody.
Get everybody out of the house. And now let's get some warrants coming to this house. And we're gonna start looking.
Everybody sits at the kitchen table, pat them down, because let's hypothetically say this isn't somebody they know.
Right.
Pat them down. You got a big bowl? Yeah, all right. Put your keys in the bowl, put your cell phones in the bowl. Don't touch anything, keep your hands where I can see them.
Everybody break out IDs.
Who's in charge of the house?
Yep, everybody collect IDs.
Brian's in charge of the house. Brian, 34 Fairview Road. Happy state's Brian. A lot of Brian's in this state.
Yeah.
Brian,
Good name.
we need you to ask consent. Can we consent? Can you give us consensual search to look through this house?
No. Now you need a
Is
warrant.
there a problem?
Yeah, exactly. See how you can get in? Because when they say, can we consent, you consent to us searching your house? No. Why? What are you hiding? What's up? Why can't we search your house? Oh, I guess there's a problem. I guess we're gonna have to get a warrant and tear this motherfucker down.
And by the way, I think I smell cleaning fluid.
Yeah. Yeah. Matter of fact, I think we gotta preserve the crime scene. Then you bust through. Yeah, and you stop everybody. That's why premise.
You freeze the scene.
Yeah, when we do a premise freeze of a house, everybody leaves the house.
Okay.
Everybody outside. No one inside the house.
Okay.
This way they can't tamper or destroy evidence.
Right. I was taking the happy medium just to sit somewhere.
Yeah.
Again, the couch is contaminated. Now they're making it worse.
Right. It's snowing outside. It's cold.
Yeah.
You don't want everybody outside. I get that. So yeah, in the house, in a certain room, absolutely. But then you, like you said, you might have smelt the cleaner because you know it was down in the basement. When we go into a house, right? Let's say we did a premise freeze. And I said, Gonzo, stay with these people. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to sweep that house.
Search for it
By myself. I'm going to sweep that house. I'm going to go to the basement first. I'm going to hit that entire area, make sure no one's hiding.
You're going to
Make
sweep
sure
it.
there's no more.
You're going to sweep it like that. That's how you're going to sweep it.
Sweep the house. Yeah, it depends. I'm gonna have my gun out. It depends on the situation.
Right.
But basement, come upstairs, first floor, hit the whole first floor, go upstairs, and I'm talking looking in closets too in case people are hiding. We're just looking for bodies. I'm not searching for drugs or guns. I'm just looking for a body or somebody that might be injured. But you sweep the whole house, and if they would have done that, they would have probably seen the basement, which is where we think that some things might have occurred. Right?
In our opinion.
In our opinion, might have.
Valid opinion.
Yeah, correct. So, and they done that, but then, like we've always said, and I've said, there's a reason they didn't do that. B. Albert was very strategic in his thinking and his planning,
his action.
and his action. That's why I'm never going to come to that because he didn't want them. He knew it. So he knew if we just stay quiet, don't answer the door, he already knows the cops ain't gonna knock, no one's gonna come doing anything, we're good. So stick to the script, and we're good, right? I mean, that's how we feel. Is that how you feel?
Yeah. You know, let me say this. I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit.
Just interrupt while we're still talking about the house.
Good.
Now, at some point after 6:06, into the MS crew, there's Jen walking down the driveway. There's still a body, alive or not, on at 80 degrees body temperature, core temperature on the line. What I have done in the past, and what I've done under the direction of the former district attorney of Norfolk County, with a body that needs to go to a hospital, the body's part of the crime scene. You don't know what part yet. You put an officer in that ambulance.
Yeah. You go with them.
They start to cut the clothing off the triage and you put them in an evidence bag. You don't throw them on the floor of the ambulance, and you don't throw them on the floor of the hospital so Proctor can step on them. And what if his core temperature came up and he gained a moment of dying declaration, said, Joe Blow did it. You don't let the main core of that crime scene disappear out of your wheelhouse.
And in Vegas, we would have a cop with him.
Absolutely. Until the ME comes in and takes over that scene.
Yep.
Or you're relieved by a hierarchy.
Or you're relieved by another officer because you're dazed and now it's going into swing shift. Right now he's coming to relieve you. But some cop is going to stay with that victim until we know exactly either what happened, he awakes, or does.
And pushing the envelope. Just, we don't know. We can speculate what the mindset would have been based on the leaf blow off. Was it a domestic? Was it something? Was it a car accident? But as soon as they cut those clothes off, if Brian and Gonzo were sitting there, if it was a car accident, you might have had a dislocated shoulder, you might have had contusions, you might have had bruising, you might have had a broken femur, pelvis, broken chin. They could have said, this guy didn't get hit by a 7,000-pound vehicle. This is a assault and battery.
When Buchanan, his first statement says this guy got beat up. Yep. Your instincts are right. Yeah. 90% of the time, 99% of the time, sure. You've seen it so much, right? Yeah. So when he first made that statement, I looked at Brian and he goes, he knows exactly what happened. Yep. You know, and then they changed the story that fits the narrative, right? So I just want to put that out there that your first instincts, as experienced police officers that we are, we can tell what things are and when they are. And what they are.
Right. And you can eliminate easily things that they're not.
When he realized that was his key. Where did he get these empties from? That's the girls. Where was he at? He wants to have.
It looks like a duck, walks like a duck, is a duck.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Bad thing to say in Canton. Can we say duck here in Canton? It's like saying bomb on an airplane. Duck. So let me ask you. Let's go to the body. You got Officer O'Keefe's body. The injuries on his right. Is that consistent with all the pedestrian?
In your training experience.
Do you think he got hit by a car? Do you think it would do that kind of injury on his arm?
I can answer your question in one sentence. Having been a police officer in Canada, having grown up in the town, having worked with 99% of the officers that responded to that scene or were working or could have been working that day on the total recall, I believe the narrative. Saw the pictures of the house, was told on the news, by the news, this is what happened. Girlfriend struck and killed her boyfriend. I bought into that until that was on let's pick a number, February 1st, January 30th. I bought that plan and that narrative and subscribed to it until I haven't been filmed. Maybe April 13th when I first saw the autopsy picture of his arm. I knew Turtle was out there doing his thing, but I saw the autopsy picture of his arm and the rest of the autopsy pictures. Bingo. Wrong. Didn't happen that way.
Didn't feel right.
Didn't happen that way. There is nothing on that car. Nothing. The tail light, the headlight, studded tires, nothing. Undercarriage, nothing that would cause those puncture wounds and lacerations.
What would cause puncture wounds and lacerations on a run?
I will tell you what an expert dog witness told me.
Okay, let's hear that.
Trained dogs for municipalities in this Commonwealth for a long time.
You're listening?
Those are dog bites by an untrained canine that flunked out of the canine academy and didn't just bite once and hang on.
And then when I saw the autopsy pictures, Gonzo and I were like, those are dog bites. Because you can tell that when the dog bites and pulls, right, it rips the skin and the muscle, and almost like a teardrop shape almost, right?
Sure.
So it's very distinct. It's very easy to spot. And we're like, that's not shards of metal sticking out of a car that punctured him and then kept hitting him. It's a dog bite. You can see the canine. I mean, it's to me, it's plain as day.
And from your accident investigation, and it's changed a lot. When I got on the job back in the 80s, a taillight was made of a different polymer than they are now. That stuff they put in spaceships. You can back that taillight into a bridge abutment. And I know you're not going to get 47 pieces out of it.
Well, she backed it up into John Police rig.
Right.
And what that does, let's say she cracked it there. That releases the tension on the brake light. So if she actually hit something else, it might break. It's not going to shatter in 47,000 feet because there's no pressure there.
Right.
It's just going to break.
We've always said on accidents we see 3 to 6 big pieces
I've never seen 46 small pieces of a tail light in my career.
Tissue. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
no,
It's not going to have power skull if you want to
even
push the envelope.
even if she look, I've said this before. Even if she put it in, she didn't.
But he's not a solid. He's not a solid dog.
No, because it's just his arm sticking. So it hits his arm.
Energy transfer is going to be dissipated immensely.
Yeah, it's not. It just hits his arm.
That was me talking rocket science there.
I love it. And maybe if you triangulated where the body was, you would have been able to just prove you ever got hit by a vehicle or a vehicle ever hit you.
They would have marked down where the body was.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, it's good to hear that you're on the same page as we are and see it in the light that it is. Bullshit. From the top down, right?
From the top down.
What do you think about the discipline that they're receiving?
I can show you. I sent the local paper in town, which is the Canton Citizen. It's the only newspaper in town. I sent them a letter to the editor, and I said, in my opinion, killers of John O'Keefe are still walking the streets of Canton, and that there should have been administrative paid leave immediately within 24 hours to anybody and everybody that responded to the scene or knew about it, including the administration, who may have stayed in their bed at home or across the street and handed out solo cups and a Stop and Shop bag. Everybody should have been off the job. Right then and there. I'm talking within 24 or 48 hours. You don't have to go far down the road. And it's what they didn't do, what they did wrong.
So we all wanted their heads on a pike, right? Fire them, fire them, fire them. But you can't do that because the case is still going.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about making yourself look worse than you already are, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't do that. But Brian, can you explain to them what the discipline is and what it costs them as far as promotions, stuff like that?
Yeah, anything under 32 hours is a minor suspension. And I think that's what Higgins got. So here in Metroland in Vegas, a minor suspension is you can't do anything, you can't test for anything, you can't promote, you can't leave where you're at. So you're stuck wherever you're at for 3 years, right? A major suspension, which I think Proctor got, and somebody else got a major suspension. That's anything over 32 hours. Those guys got 40 and 50-hour suspensions. So now they can't test or promote for 5 years, right? 5 years, they can do nothing. So, yeah, I mean, a lot of people say, oh, they're getting a paid vacation, this and that. I mean, if you look at it that way, that's one way to look at it. But you also have to remember, you know, they're trying to cover stuff up. They know their job is at risk. Their freedom is at risk. The world's looking at them under a microscope. So they're probably doing a lot more squirming and freaking out than relaxing. Trust me.
There's no chance that their pension would be at risk, right?
Well, the only way you can lose your pension, at least here in Las Vegas, and it's probably similar around the country, is if you actually commit a crime against PERS. PERS is what we pay into for our retirement for Nevada. Yeah. So I'd have to commit fraud against PERS. So, you know, as a cop, right, we're both retired, right? I could go, say I went on a rampage and unalived a couple people, right? I go to jail, right? I'm in jail now. I still get my retirement, right? They can't take it from me because I earned it, right? So I still get it, right? You still get it. So I don't think they're going to be in risk of losing their retirement because you know, you can't say, well, because I don't like what you did. Now, of course, we don't like what they did. They were wrong, right? Yeah. But that doesn't mean that doesn't negate everything that they've done for the past 25 years of their life working for their state, right? So they should get it. But if you commit a crime against,
I was going to say that really makes the public really dislike us because they're sitting in jail. You know, they unalive somebody and they're still getting paid by the public. Well, you know, the 401k program.
Yeah, the Public Employees Retirement System. Thank you, Melissa B. The Public Employees Retirement System. So that's what we put into. Well, I mean, it's no different than if a post office guy, right? A post office employee he does 30 years, he gets his pension. He goes out, he commits a crime, he goes to jail. Is he going to lose his pension from the post office? No. right?
No.
So
Yeah.
you know your pension you've earned, right? It's
Yeah.
yours. But if you commit a crime against the PERS, that's when you're really screwed.
Okay. All right.
And I saw some comments of people saying that this won't help Peter Murphy. This video, really, there's nothing incriminating on it. It's really just 3 cops talking about scenarios, right, G?
Yep.
You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I wouldn't sweat. Peter's not giving out anything that everybody doesn't already know, and we're just talking about what we would do as officers is what they should have done. So none of this is going to hurt Peter with his case.
Good. Well, we cleared that up. Go ahead, Steve-O. Roll it.
And it's a murder.
Yeah.
And it's a body and it's a police officer. What else? You know, full stop.
You know, one thing that I'm curious to know is, for us in Vegas, when something like that happens, you know that the community is either behind this or this, right? 100%,
Right.
50-50.
Right.
So when you have a small department, everybody knows the cops. The cops know probably everybody of some sort. What's the community feel like towards the law enforcement agency and the public trust? Is it there or is it not there?
No, I can't speak to how it was initially.
Right.
Like when maybe people started seeing me, Turtle Boy, and some of the other platforms and bloggers and the autopsy pictures. But it wasn't long after that. So I'm going to say sometime in February, I made several calls to people that I had, close friendships with in the town. And they said, Peter, they need me. They said, don't get involved. We know how involved you're going to get in this. Don't do it. Don't do it. I said, what do you mean? And the fear level that was communicated to me by dispelling the word fear, and people in town who had children in schools, people in business, nobody wants to get involved. Nobody dares get involved.
Why is that? It's because of payback?
I think there was some time. So now I retired in 2010, and when I was there, I could speak to you. I wasn't aware, apparently, of the nefarious deeds some people in that family or those families were up to. But the townspeople, stories were making it back to the unitary.
Oh, yeah.
Or the classroom.
So you think there are there names in this town that powerful that people are kind of scared?
Yes, not necessarily powerful because they had political power, but they were fearful.
So you're saying
They're sluggish, right?
they use fear and violence and intimidation.
I think so. Do you know who I am?
Like they were mobs.
Right.
Mob style.
Right, that's what I said. The outlets go by their last name.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know who my husband is? Who my brother is? That kind of fear. I get it.
Yeah. Once in a while, people say that in Vegas, and our response is no, and I don't give a shit.
I don't know who you
I don't
are.
give a shit who you are.
You want to talk about it now or down at the precinct?
Exactly.
Yeah. I got a great story on how I stopped George Maloof, the owner of the Palms, one day. You know that being Georgia?
Yeah.
That's for another time, but no one's above the law, even when you're a billionaire and you own a casino.
Yeah.
Because George got a little taste of the flavor and he didn't like it.
A little of justice. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Very nice meeting you.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you. I hope I gave you an insight. It sounds like you guys and I are pretty much on the same page. I don't think I gave you a lot of breaking news, but
No, but it's
Still advice.
people want to see that, okay, it's not just me and him. Now it's you too. And they already know that. But now everybody watching our channel will see you and they say, all right, now we have another cop who is in Canton.
Work with these
Work
guys.
with these guys. And he's saying they fucked it up on purpose. And they couldn't have been by accident, it was on purpose. And that's beautiful because that's what more people need to see. The more people that can see that, maybe the more people will be like, this is all fucked up. And who knows, that power numbers, right? Right. We get 1 million, 2 million people saying this is fucked up. Can't, we're gonna have to be like, oh shit, what the fuck? We gotta fix that shit. Hopefully.
Yeah, but you got these little boys with a lot of pride.
I know.
And they're gonna turn every rock over to prove their point if they can. If the FBI comes out and says, here's what we got on you, knock it off, you're gonna Or the claim. Who knows?
Yeah, I mean, we have 2 dead bodies here. We have a woman and a fetus, an unborn child, and we have another person who happens to be a Boston cop. I can't see this going away. They've got thousands and thousands of hours and man hours and woman hours, and this just isn't done. I don't care who the administration is or was or isn't or in the future. Well, it goes all the way to 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, in my opinion. That's how bad this is going to be. Unveiling of this.
Let me say this: if it wasn't for people like you and people like us keeping this alive, you know, if social media wasn't alive 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and this happened, it just happened.
Nobody would know.
Like another day.
Nobody would. She would have fled out or something, and move on to the next case.
In the words of Proctor, the overwhelming evidence we have.
Yeah. So, and in the words of Proctor, when he was asked by the cop, well, that must mean that the owner of the house was Boston cop is going to get jammed up. 4-letter word. Nope.
Because he already knew. They already knew. They knew because that's why generals call it government. Everybody knew the position script, which is why I said it when we gave Alan Jackson String 2 seconds. Did you watch that part? Well, in one of our videos, we give it.
You did what you could accomplish in a 22-second conversation.
And we and him pretty much summed up that entire thing in 22 seconds.
Sure.
Because we did it.
Yeah.
So we can do that in 22 seconds. That's a long time. And
You did get 22 seconds to end this.
22 seconds.
2-minute warning. Right. We can talk for a long time.
Yeah. We could.
All right, everybody. Peter Murphy, Canton, retired sergeant. Old school, kind of like us, but he's a little older school than us.
Hey, positive guy.
Well, no. So you heard it from his mouth. You heard it from ours first, but now you heard it from his.
Yep.
The investigation. I don't see how it could have not been messed up except for 100% on purpose.
Yeah.
So we're going to head over to the scenes, take some film at 34 Fairview, and then we're going to head over to the waterfall for lunch.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll run into the Alberts or whoever.
Yeah.
Should be interesting.
So let me say this. How appropriate was us to have coffee at a McDonald's?
Hey,
It doesn't get any better, man.
That was
Still got an apple pie.
That was Peter.
Thank you so much, Peter.
No, we were gonna meet at a coffee shop. Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you, Peter. That was awesome. We were gonna meet at a donut shop, and actually, Peter had gotten to one before we got there, and he's like, "No, it's way too noisy here." He said he had gone over to the McDonald's and it was really quiet. It wasn't actually really quiet by the time we started recording. There was probably lots of noise in the background, but I think we could all hear what was going on.
Yeah.
Yeah. People thought
So
we
you
were
got-
interviewing somebody special because they were all staring at us.
That's funny.
We weren't.
Do we have any questions to answer?
No, mostly I'm throwing a lot of comments up here. People are loving it. We did get a $5 super chat from Scooter54. Thank you, Scooter. They say
Scooter,
feel better,
thank you.
Brian. I can empathize.
Thank you.
I can't read. I can emphasize had COVID once and shingles twice last year. You okay, Brian?
Yeah.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that's you?
Yeah.
You're making
No,
all
that was Brian
That's me. Sorry.
coughing up a lung.
I am. I'm sick. What do you want? Leave me alone.
All right. What's this next part here, Steve-O? What are we doing here?
Next segment is when we visit John O'Keefe's home and then go on
Bro.
to 34 Fairview and the waterfall.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of scared that we're gonna get arrested there in front of the house, right? Then we realized that they're really supportive of both of the situation. So, had we known that, we would have done more pictures and spend there more time.
Yeah. They would have got us for criminal trespass.
Right,
Probably that's
exactly.
the death sentence in Canton.
I guess. Whenever you're ready, Steve.
Yeah, we wanted to be respectful of the current owners.
Yeah.
Let me get a couple other. We got a super chat from Blessed in Texas. She says, "Finally, I'm up and running on a laptop. It's true. Chat is easier here. Loving your talk with Peter. watching on TV.
Thank you. Nice. Thank you.
You know, I'm curious
Yeah.
how many people watch on TV versus a tablet or a phone. I like to watch on my big TV. Aqua E's been a member for 1 month. Says that was awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
And we get a super chicker from
Super. I can't even say it. Super sticker.
Yes, thank you. From Laura. Thank you, Laura.
Super sticker.
That's weird. You're having a Hispanic teach you English. That's stupid.
Yeah. And I want to say too, before we continue, I'm going to put this full video up, not this live, but the video itself that we're watching up for our members, so you can watch it uninterrupted. Hopefully, for me, the audio is a little iffy here today, but members, I'll put this full video that we're watching on its own up in the member area for you today or tomorrow.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
Oh.
There's the camera right there. So.
Beautiful house.
Cameras all over the place, dude.
Right?
At least
Beautiful house.
4, 5.
Beautiful property.
5 cameras right there.
I'm sure we're not the first people to stop here and take a picture. Yeah.
No.
It's a nice house.
Yeah, really.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Little neighborhood. Busy little neighborhood.
Fairview?
Yeah. Let me plug that in.
Yeah.
Turn around.
Look at the Fairview.
Stop right here, Steve.
Let's get take a picture. Here we are, 34 Fairview.
At the place. We made it. It's definitely a good size yard.
Yeah, it is.
A good size yard.
It is.
Flagpole, no flag. We're here. We got you.
Experience. So that gives a different perspective, doesn't it?
It does, well, everyone says how small it was, but I actually thought it's a pretty decent size. But as far as
it might be small for other people, for us
that's
from
big.
Vegas, that's
from
big.
Vegas, that's big.
That's big.
But the fact that you would absolutely, how could you not see a body sitting on that?
And like you and I were talking, when it's snow on the ground and you have your headlights on, everything is lit up.
Yeah.
Everything's lit up. And if you can see different contours because the snow gives bigger shadows.
Right. So you would be all white and then you see a big black spot, right?
Or just a mound. Just a mound.
A mound, because John was 6'3", 230. That's a big boy.
Yeah.
You would see him laying there. I don't see how they could miss that.
Well, Karen, especially when she's looking for her loved one, she's going to be scanning. The other people in the car don't give two shits.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they
already know.
They already know, right?
They already know.
And they're trying to probably to divert her attention. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, he's not here. He's not here. He's right there. And that's why she fucking dead bolted right to him.
Yeah.
Right to him.
Yeah. Man, that's crazy. So surreal that we're actually here.
Yeah.
And we're at the spot where Officer O'Keefe had his final moments.
Yep. Tragic.
Sad, yeah. Sad. But being here is super cool.
Yeah.
But what a feeling.
Yeah.
Such a shame though.
You know what's funny is I'm reliving that whole scene in my head right now.
I know that it's very surreal. Yeah.
Place the cars, the cop cars.
Yeah, being here and see. How did they miss? We've already talked about it. How did they didn't miss anything? They did it all on purpose. There's no way.
Yeah. I'm digging all these little bridges, dude. I'm digging these little bridges.
East Coast living, man. Very different.
It just smells different. It smells green.
It does.
It smells.
You know, my allergies aren't kicking like they are in Vegas. You know, I'm always wiping my nose.
Yeah.
My nose is always running in Vegas. The allergies is horrible.
Yeah.
But here, I've been good.
Let's move here and start our own academy.
Okay. Yeah. No boxing in the academy.
No.
All right, we're heading over to the waterfall now.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go in there and have lunch and see what's up. Yeah, we were just saying the police, the fire department is right around the corner, the EMS. So they called that out. EMS should have been there within about 2 minutes, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the police station's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, this is such a small little town.
That's the police station.
Oh, right there? Holy shit. That's like a big ass house. Like a. Yeah, that looks like an old house. What the hell?
That's kind of cool.
We're gonna park right here, bro. Look at this. Home position right there.
We are at the place. We're at the waterfall.
We're at the waterfall.
Yeah.
We just ordered some burgers.
Waterfall burgers.
Right
Let me get
behind
my
me.
tough hat on.
Right behind me and G is where on video you see Brian Albert and John O'Keefe and all those guys. That's where they were drinking.
Yeah.
That's when the one video, I say poor choice of words because he says me and my buddy were fooling around.
Yeah.
And they were in a provocative position.
Yeah.
That's right behind us. So Gonzo and I walked in. Everybody stopped and looked at us.
Yeah.
It was like
We're the outsiders.
something like out of a movie. He's got the LVCops shirt on.
Yeah.
So when we walked in, everybody behind us literally stopped and looked at us, and we were just like, "How you doing? How you doing?" So
What's good here?
again, it's very surreal to be here, where everything took place. It's
Yeah.
actually it's really cool.
Once you see it in real life, you get a better perspective of what it really looked like, because you can't see it's all black and white, right?
Yeah.
But now you see the colors, the textures, and the ambiance,
You
right?
feel it how big it is. This isn't a big place. It looks bigger on camera, which a lot of things do. Yeah.
Except for me.
Except for you. You look smaller. He's smaller. He's small. So just want to let you guys know. We don't know if we're allowed to film in here, so we're just trying to keep it on the DL.
DL.
Steve's all paranoid. They're going to call the cops.
Yeah.
We get to meet Canton
We
Police.
get to meet Canton Police.
B, how cool is that?
That was awesome.
First fan from LVCopsTV recognized us here in Canton.
Canton. She said she just watched Seraphim Mulaney this morning.
Yeah. Where are we at right now?
Canton.
And
At the waterfall.
At the waterfall.
Eating lunch.
Yep.
So, very cool. We've never, well, I never get recognized because I'm too ugly. Gonzo gets recognized all the time. First time we've been recognized together. So, very cool. Very cool.
Thank you.
Very humbling.
My last review was
And it's cool to meet a fan. Always cool to meet somebody that likes to watch our stuff. So, now we're going to eat some burgers. Burger time.
So what was it like?
Burger's good.
How'd you feel
Burger
being
was
inside
good.
the waterfall?
It's very surreal. I know I keep using that word, but it's very weird. It's like being on a set of a movie where something happened.
Let me say this. You and I have been to a lot of crime scenes, right?
Yep.
Those were at home, right?
Yep.
We were on the job.
Yep.
Okay, we're not on a job anymore.
No.
We're actually at a scene where circumstances took place.
Yep.
And it's different because we're not doing the investigation. We're not doing any cop work. We're just citizens involved in
citizens.
What's right.
Yeah.
You know, so
it's very weird, but it's very very honoring. It's nice to be here. It's nice to be able to pay homage to 34 Fairview, to Officer O'Keefe.
Support the movement.
Support the movement. Support Karen. I mean, that's why we're here right now, is to support Karen.
Yeah.
We'll explain it later.
Yeah.
But very cool to be here at the waterfall.
Very nice people too.
Very nice people. Yeah. We got recognized. That was cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good time. It's fun to be here. It's a trip that had to be made.
It's not a good reason.
Right.
It's a horrible reason, but it's good to be here.
Yeah.
It was a trip that needed to be done.
Yeah.
Dude, that night when we went to the event, I was tired, man. I'm not gonna lie, I was tired, right?
Yeah.
But man, was that a good time hanging out with all those people and seeing the sights. Even though, I mean, you should go to see sights like that, right? I remember when the lady from Idaho unalived her two kids, right? It was a big story. And my wife goes, "Hey, let's go check out where Lori Valor, or what her name, I can't remember her name is, her house was." And we did, and there's oodles of people doing the exact same thing, right?
Yeah.
Because when you see it on TV, like, you really aren't personal to it. But when you go there in person, it strikes a different chord, man. It does.
100%. It's night and day. Seeing it on TV and being there in person, night and day.
Yep.
And yeah, it was a weird feeling, but it was a good feeling. But yeah, you got to feel it, man. You got to feel it. It's very different than just seeing it on TV.
Reading the room, right? So how they say you got to read the room, right?
Yeah.
For me, it was like.
Go ahead, Steve.
Sorry. For me, it was like, we watch TV and movies all the time, and then you go to Universal Studios, and you're like, oh, here's where Back to the Future was, and here's where all these Alfred Hitchcock things were. And we show up there into all of these places that we've seen before, and it had the same feeling, but then it's like, well, this is real life. Yeah. These events are not fiction. This crap actually went down here.
Yeah.
And it was an odd feeling, but it felt like the right thing to do. We needed to go out there and show our support.
And it was thanks to our viewers that donated for that. So thank you so much for making that happen. We truly appreciate it.
All right. So the next section is, whoops, we don't want that.
Whoa.
My interface got changed because someone did a member video. Thank you for doing a member video. If you guys haven't already, you members, there's a new video up from Gonzo. It's pretty funny.
Bad cops.
So out of respect, there was a lot of YouTubers there, I guess you call them, content creators, at this event. And of course, it was a fundraiser for Karen Reed, and it would have just kind of been out of line, I think, if everyone would have recorded the whole darn thing. So I did a bunch of still shots with friends and family and the content creators with us, and this is what this is. And there's a really short segment of Brian speaking with Karen that we got approval to show. So
is this to my music here?
Yeah, and the song in the background is Vegas Strong by Brian, the song that he wrote when he was on leave. On leave, after the October 1st shooting here in Las Vegas, 2017.
So all the music you hear is me, other than the drums.
Yeah,
drums
I'm not involved with this. It's all Brian.
No, it was just me and my buddy.
Other buddy.
But I played everything, so enjoy.
I don't do anything.
All right.
So
I'm gonna leave you guys on screen here. You can see if you have any reactions. If you don't have any reactions, I'll be disappointed. But here we go. Portuguese steak. Aguilera. Dougie.
Can we take a sip though?
Every time I do respond to them, I say, "We're fucking cases." Admittedly, because we follow evidence, and the evidence does not leave the problem. It leads to a bunch of so what the fuck are you watching? So I blast it. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I care about your freedom and these fucking crooked cops. Dirty fucking cops. Nobody hates a dirty cop more than a good cop.
Jeez. Potty mouth.
Did you see the glare using me as a cane?
Yeah. Did I really curse that much? That's embarrassing. I apologize for my cursing.
Little potty mouth. Hey, when you were doing your music career there, Brian and Steve, did you guys have any bras and panties thrown at you?
Oh yeah, every gig.
Whoa.
I still wear them to this day.
That boy.
It's more like drinks and bottles.
That's funny.
That was fun to hear that though. That was a good mashup, Steve. That was good.
Yeah, that was good, man. I liked it.
The music mixed well with the photos. That was good.
Oh, look at you. You want to be a producer now? Huh?
No.
We've
I know.
got some of the people in that slideshow are in the chat now. We've got Nurse Kim, who will forever be my cake mate.
I think Nurse Kim's gonna be having a birthday.
Oh, yeah, it's her birthday tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Woo!
And she is requesting for her birthday, everyone go to the Karen Reed. I'm having a problem with words today. The Defense Fund webpage and donate $3.90 in honor of her. I swear I'm not drinking. In honor of her 39th birthday. Maybe I should be. So,
yeah.
Nurse, happy birthday, Nurse. I already made my donation. You guys, these guys next to me, don't forget.
We'll do it. We'll do it.
Anyone who can afford to donate $3.90. I mean, it's not a lot, guys. So she's got a goal. She's got a goal, I think, of $3,900, if I remember correctly.
I like it.
So I want to set up this next. Oh, we got Lacey Jane in the chat as well.
Lacey.
Our video last week. Hopefully she enjoyed the game. Did you hear anything about that?
She sent me a picture and she was like, "Can't believe it. They lost."
Well, I mean, Lacey's luck, right?
Yeah, it is the Raiders. It is the Raiders.
It is Lacey too. Spreading that dark
bad
cloud
hate.
everywhere she goes.
Bad hate. She's got that bad hate, man. Jeez, old Pete.
F-bombs are intensity modifiers, Brian.
Yeah, sorry. Well, you don't get the whole picture, right? I was talking about something else and we went on to a different story and I was kind of still amped up about it. So I apologize.
Yeah.
Karen was cursing too, though. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Everybody was having a good fucking time.
Yeah.
Bro, there was more people. There's more people at the bar than there was at the buffet line or whatever that was over there, man. I couldn't. I had to spend like 10 minutes to get a drink.
Yeah, the line was. They only had a couple bartenders, but that was fine. Oh, it felt like family there, and everybody.
Yeah.
I've said it before. Everybody was just amazing, and it was a love fest. So
yeah,
I was honored to be there. Thank you, Kelly, so much for the invite.
The attorney, the
Federal?
YouTuber, no, the female girl.
Spit it out, Brian, or Gonzo.
I can't get it. I can't get it.
Melanie.
Oh well, Melanie. Yes, Melanie. She was awesome, dude. She was awesome. Kind of hurt my neck though, because I was always looking up to her, but she's awesome.
Everybody was great. It was like a family reunion.
Yeah,
it was like a family reunion.
Yeah.
Because we have all seen each other and done each other's shows. We just never all met in person. So yeah, it was kind of like a reunion.
Yeah.
So Will, are you still in the chat? We got to spend a lot of time with Will. We stayed at the same hotel.
Yeah.
And Will and I went to the Chili's before the fundraiser with my buddy Doug, who was driving us around. And I had this, I don't know what it was called, but it was a really nice tropical drink. And Will showed up, and he's like, "What is that?" I'm like, "I don't know, but it's really good." And he got one too. But then he ran into Mark Betterow at the bar around time of getting his first drink, I believe. I think he was going to order beer, and Betterow was like, "Beer? No, you need to get a bourbon or a whiskey or whatever he was drinking."
Yeah.
And the glare is here. Okay, so if you guys follow us and the glare closely at all, you will know that Will doesn't remember getting back to the hotel after the event.
Yeah.
So
is this at his finest?
So this is Charlie gave us a ride back to the hotel. So he took me, Brian, Gonzo, and Will. Will doesn't remember this ride at all. So I had the foresight, whatever. Things were getting kind of crazy in the back. Brian was complaining it was cold. So I got my camera. It was pitch black. You can't see anything. But hopefully you guys can hear because because it's kind of silly. So just guys being guys after a couple of drinks. No harm, no foul.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Now you're on video, but it's completely dark.
All we need is the audio.
Just so you know, I'm fucking freezing. I'm fucking cold back here.
It's 44 degrees, bro.
I'm ready to die.
32 degrees is freezing, dipshit.
I got frostbite.
Bad, bro.
I might die from hypothermia. I'm telling you, if you leave me here, I'm gonna die.
Charlie,
It's not that bad.
I'm gonna freeze to death.
let's do some freeze out on the way home.
This is
son.
nothing.
Let's do some freeze out on the way home. Roll down all the windows and lock them down.
Stop making fun of me. I'm a protected class.
What? White?
Yes, I'm pulling my white privilege card.
Dude, wow, dude. Really?
Listen to the glare.
I know.
Dude, you're just hanging out with Karen Reed, who's fighting for freaking freedom for
And you
years.
44 degrees.
For years.
Holy macaroni.
You'll make it.
Guilty as charged.
You know what's gonna happen is we're gonna post this and we're gonna lose all the subscribers because they're thinking like Brian's a pansy.
Well, because you're not going to post it. Come on.
I live in Vegas 25 years. I'm used to 90 degrees.
Yeah, me too.
Not this cold shit.
His blood is like air.
Whenever I've been there.
It used to be like ragu. Now it's like air.
Oh Lord.
I don't even know if I have blood anymore.
Yeah,
it's like a vapor.
Antifreeze is what you need.
I do got some. I needed it. You got some? I can drink it.
Yeah.
I heard it's good for you.
It's good for you.
It's really good for you.
It's horrible for your pets.
Well, you can't drink the green one. You gotta drink the red one.
Yeah, the red one's good for you.
The red one's good. It's like fruit punch for you.
Yeah.
The green one's like lemon lime. Nobody likes that shit.
Nobody likes that lemon lime shit.
You warm now?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
he is.
warm.
He stopped
Gonzo's
shivering.
warming me up over here
Yeah.
with his big shoulders.
Yeah.
Boulder shoulders
Yeah.
over here. I can barely fit in the fucking car.
Dude, I can't compress anymore, dude.
I know. You
I
can't
cannot compress anymore.
You're too big. You're too muscular. It's muscular.
Muscle. And a protein powder. Good.
You guys gotta stop working out. That's the whole thing. I was happy.
Oh, shit. That is so fun.
Can you imagine if we had a week down here, bro? We would not make it home.
Oh, you'd be a mess.
Yeah.
Will, you sober yet?
No.
You don't want to be.
Never going to be so.
Thank God.
Yeah, man, I had so much fun hanging out with everybody last night. It's great, man. It was fucking great. I don't remember how I got home. I don't remember getting here. I don't remember getting back to this hotel, but I got here. I don't know how, but I did. Amazing. Oh, look, and it's
It's everyone.
okay.
Hold on, I'll pull the flag.
This is very bizarre. Okay, I'm actually live on Instagram right now. Warning. Yeah.
Hello, everyone.
Well, I haven't got anybody on camera yet. This is producer Steve.
Morning.
We love producer Steve of the LV Cops. And they just happened upon me. Look, it's the LV Cops. Whoa! Guys, I don't remember getting here last night.
No.
We helped you.
I've got video.
You were better. So trash.
Yeah, I know Betterow was trash.
No, you were trash.
You were far behind, my mom.
But I wasn't mean or anything, was I?
No.
Everything was okay.
No,
cool.
you're calling everybody cats.
I got you into your room. I got video of it. Everybody get in.
Oh my goodness.
Get in.
Whoever's here, get in.
Okay.
Come on, I can't see because the sun. I can't see.
In the front. In the front.
I have no idea what happened last night. I have no idea. I don't remember. Wait, what? Okay.
Big man in a little suit. Yeah, don't do
It's not
hope.
expensive.
Look at this dude. Look at this dude.
Feel that. Feel that.
That is nice.
What is it?
Take this off and give it to me right now. All right.
Dude, take care of yourself, okay?
Oh my God, man.
You have stickers.
Meeting you guys was the best.
Yeah, dude. It was
We'll be in touch and we'll get a show set up.
Yeah.
For
We're down.
I love it.
We're down.
Oh man, it's good to see you, man. Hanging out with you. You too. Yeah, you guys are the best.
We do.
Steve.
And everything. That's what we do around here. No.
Yeah. Oh.
Honor to meet you. Take care of you last night. It was. Made sure you did.
Yeah. No. Thank you for getting me here. I don't remember it, but thank you for getting me here. All right.
Free Karen Reed.
Free Karen Reed.
Free Karen Reed. Amazing people. It's all freaking corruption. That's all I gotta say right now.
I love it. All right, guys, be safe.
So that's funny.
Dude.
That's all I have to say right now.
Dude, that ride home was epic, man.
That was funny. That was
It was epic. Yeah, that was a good.
I remember
good
being
job,
cold.
Steve.
It was cold as hell. I remember that.
Yeah,
That whole weekend was just a blast.
it was.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it you don't get away from hate. It feels like there's some kind of hate every day.
Oh yeah.
But those from Friday morning until Sunday night when we got home. Well, actually, on the plane home there was some drama. But anyway, it was just so much love and it was fun. And I wanna say thank you so much to the Claire for spending time with us. And the biggest thanks to Kelly. Because without Kelly reaching out and inviting us, we couldn't have been a part of that. And we don't take that for granted. We really appreciate it. And
Thank you, Kelly.
Are proud to be a part of that family. All right. So right after we left Will, we headed towards Brian's studio in the name of the city that I forget.
Right next door.
So, yeah, it was by Gillette Stadium. And Brian, are you still here in the chat?
Brian LTL.
Anyway, if you guys have not already seen his whole live with the guys, please give it a look. Brian's doing some great things in this community. And
he's
also for
Enrique, right?
Enrique, yeah. He's doing a lot of good things. I know he gets a lot of heat. I don't understand it, but I guess when you do good things, you make a lot of enemies.
Yep, for sure.
Claire is thanking us for spending time with him and to
Yeah,
Kelly
buddy.
Reed for putting us all
Yeah,
together.
buddy. Yeah, absolutely.
Kelly somehow got us 4 rooms in a row. So Will doesn't know how he got in his room, but that's a whole other story.
Yeah, we made sure he got in there. We should have locked it.
So this is some portions of Brian's live. So if you haven't seen it, this is some good stuff, I think. And it's the last portion of our video. So I will go ahead and start that now. Again, the full video is on his channel. Please give it a look when you can if you haven't already. We were the first guests in his new studio.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude.
That was good.
Where's Kim doing that? What time is it?
It's 11 o'clock, boys. About to go live.
Ready to go
with Mr. Brian LTL.
Thanks for being here,
Thanks
guys.
for having us.
B's. Now with the double B's. Double B's.
Hey, BB.
Hey, BBBs.
Hey, BBBB.
All right, gentlemen, you ready?
Yeah.
We're gonna have about a.
Let me go pee real quick.
You got that?
You see what I deal with?
I'm old. I have kidney disease, sir. I'm a protected class.
All good.
All good.
All right, we're live.
Look at this. Let's go.
Love it.
Those early morning wake ups.
Oh, I know. Well, I think I got like 6 hours of sleep this whole weekend.
And you're on a 3-hour delay too, so that's really
I
messing
know.
up.
Yeah, to us, yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Mute that. We should be good. It's nice because. Oh, yes. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Let's Talk Live here on the LTL Media channel. I ran into some guys here last night. You know, they just took a little bit of a trip. We'll go to the wide shot here. You guys can look up at the camera right there and wave to everybody. Right up there, we got the LV cops in the house. Look at this shit going down today.
Let's go.
And no, man, it's good to see all you guys here. How you guys doing?
We're doing excellent. Thank you for having us.
Woo, yeah, it was quite an experience, that's for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
How's Massachusetts treating you?
I love it.
You know, I'm from Idaho, so this is just like home to me.
Yeah.
Weather-wise, temperature-wise, I love it.
Yeah, because we were talking earlier about the Idaho 4 murders, and you said Idaho reminds you a lot of what's going on here. So,
absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Great
There's,
people,
there's
great
big
food.
stuff happening everywhere, right?
There always is. Yeah, there always is. But this place is, I don't know, it's special. It's nice. It's nice seeing all the green trees and all the different houses. Yeah, and the people are wonderful. Everybody here has been amazing.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Yeah.
What I want to do though is I want to just shout out to everybody. I know there's a lot of people in the state of Massachusetts today.
Yeah.
They are standing out for Karen Reed. So
Correct.
I wanted to give you guys the mic and you can shout out to everybody.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you for everybody for coming out. Obviously, this is for Karen Reed, so we can't thank you enough for everything that you guys have done. You guys are the boots on the ground, doing all the work.
What happened?
I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm getting. Are you guys? Is it blurry as heck for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a momentary lag, I think.
Always blurry for me. So.
Who put your glasses on?
Changed.
Glasses.
Oh, it's my internet, man. It sucks. I'm getting rid of it. It's the last time I'm going to do it.
Okay.
The audio is fine though, Steve. But if you can get it to spool up or whatever it's called. Is it called spooled up? Yeah, it is called spooled up.
Buffered.
Buffered, that's the word.
All right.
Buffered.
Let's try it again. Am I clear for you guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In Canton and standing out in the cold and in the rain and in the heat, day after day, week after week, almost a year now. So we can't thank you enough, Karen. I can't thank you enough.
Yeah.
I would also like to thank the Reed family, Mr. and Mrs. Reed, for inviting us to the event.
Yeah.
That was
we had a great
awesome. So thank you so much.
So we had the fundraising event for Karen last night. There had to have been probably over 100 people there. It was probably close to 200 people.
I think it was 250.
250
is what the number was.
250. Yeah.
Impressive.
Yeah, it was packed. I was not expecting that.
It was funny because a lot of people last night, I was watching Twitter and on Facebook and stuff, and they're like, no one's going live tonight.
Yeah.
It was a private event.
Yeah.
It was a private event, and we had the opportunity to go out there. We spent a lot of time with fellow friends and creators, and then we had the opportunity. There was a comedian. It was really great. It was a really great fundraising event. So
the YouTube community went dark for a few hours, right?
For a few hours.
Right. It was for a good cause.
It was for a great cause. Yeah. There was a reason for that, people. There was a reason for that.
Yeah.
You know, the experience that I had there really is a humbling experience because you know all these people are good, hardworking people,
and are standing up for justice, right?
Yeah.
And that's what me and Brian did for 22 years of our career, stand up for justice, right? So it was nice to be on the civilian side of that, right? And really experience it. This was a really humbling experience for me and Brian, and we really felt really connected. For us being on the other side of the United States and to be connected over here on this side, we had to make a trip. We had to support however we could, right?
Yeah, I agree. It was a trip that needed to be done.
Yeah.
It needed to be done.
Well, we kept saying, hey, pretty soon we're going to have enough money to plan.
Yeah, so I've seen that.
And
yeah.
Steve says, hey, I'm working on something. And he kept us in the dark for most of it because we're big mouths. We like, hey, we're coming to Boston.
Yeah. And then when he finally told us, I was like, oh,
yeah,
man, we can't tell anybody.
Tell nobody.
We couldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
No one. I was like, because I got a big mouth. I'm like, how many times I almost slipped up?
Yeah.
Slipped up.
Yep.
But it's okay.
I kind of knew it was going down because Kelly had told me, a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, we're planning this event for Karen. Just got to keep it really quiet. And then she was like, we're going to get all the creators to come out that's been covering the case.
Yeah.
And then I knew you guys were coming out, so I was excited. And Steve reached out to me. We started talking via Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, while we're out there, if we have time, let's get a show together. I was
absolutely.
like, fuck yeah, man, let's do a show.
Yeah.
So,
It's like one big family.
yeah,
It really is.
good.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I can't.
That looks really bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna remove it and add it back.
Okay.
So when Peter and the other segments were on, it was nice and clear for you guys, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep. Yep.
All right. We talk about the event for a minute, or one thing we didn't bring up was Karen Reed. So give your impressions of Karen from that night.
Well, if she would not had her, 4-inch heels, I'd probably be able to see eye to eye with her. Right.
Yeah, she's tiny girl.
Yeah. Yeah. So, everybody was respectful, even though the booze was flowing, everybody's having a good time, but everybody was respectful for the most part.
Maybe.
The
What's up, Jim? I woke up this.
whoa, backstage drama.
I thought it was nice the way her dad toasted her, and the family all came up together. It was very tasteful,
Yeah.
And it was so nice to see everybody there. Everybody's on the exact same page. So it just shows you when everybody has a common goal, right? When they put their heads together, you can do a lot. You can accomplish a lot.
There's power in numbers, right? And that's exactly what's happening here is people are uniting,
Yeah.
and well, like we've said before, 15, 20 years ago, this would have never happened. Before social media, this crime she probably would have been persecuted or pled out or whatever the case may be, because of social media brought it to light and exposed it for what it is. So thank God for social media.
Yeah, it's scary. It's scary to think that, if there's innocent people in jail right now because of cops like this.
Well, you know what, though? Interesting that you should say that. Proctor's name came up the other day. I guess there's a case up there with a Brian Walsh who dismembered his wife, right? So his attorney now is saying, hey, I want Proctor's internal affair paperwork released to us so we can see what's going on. Because they also worked his case. So that's going to be a big can of worms, man. Big can of worms.
I don't see how you can't, without a clear head. You have to go back and look at every one of his cases. In my eyes, I'd have to go back and I want to see every single case. I want to, you know what I mean? It sucks, but you got to do that.
Well,
how can you trust him? Like if we know he's throwing Karen under the bus, which they are, how can you trust him now? Now all the other cases, like, well, what if he did the same thing? Like now, I'm not saying we should be able to see all the probable cause should be pretty much clear and evident, right? It should be right in front of us. But you might have to dig a little bit just in case on his cases. Yeah.
I'm telling you what, these attorneys are going to be coming out of the woodwork, right? especially if Brian Walsh gets his way and IAB papers or internal affairs papers get out, they're all going to be looking to see what's going on. Because my client, he's in jail too for 15 years for maybe a crime that he didn't commit, because that group right there was it Proctor, Tully, and Bakaki. If they're involved in a case, they're going to have to open up those files.
Okay.
Yeah. Buchanan.
Is that
Buchanan.
Buchanan? God, why can't I get
Buchanan? That's
Buchanan?
Buchanan.
All right,
Buchanan.
I got it now. I got it for next time. I got it.
Well, I've got the video queued back up to where it was. Hopefully it will be clear. But before, we've got some super chats I want to get to.
Cool.
I already talked about the super sticker.
The super sticker?
Super sticker. Just Lindo, LOL, $5 Canadian. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you,
man. Brian and Steve are great. Please get Bev off this case if you can.
We don't have any say in that.
Did I get left out again?
No, you're there too, guys. I didn't read that part.
Oh,
Blessing Texas is back with $2. Thank you.
Thank you.
She wants to discuss the Ring doorbell at the Chief's house across the street. I saw Tom CPU in the comments too. He said he has seen footage from that doorbell. So, or he has footage from that doorbell. I don't know what it is.
Well, why wasn't it in Discovery to begin with, at the very beginning?
I think it was broken.
Oh. Was it?
Yeah. Interesting.
Arachnid is back. She's been a member for 3 months. Thank you, Arachnid. Seeing the house size shows. Words are hard. Seeing the house shows the size with B out front.
Yeah, I thought it was big. I thought it was for Vegas, that's a huge property for Vegas. But yeah, I thought for East Coast, I thought it was a decent size. Not big enough that if there was an unalive person laying on the yard, you wouldn't see it, but it's not that big. It's not 15 acres.
Nope. Yeah. And there's a clear view. There's no plants or anything between the front door and the street.
Nope. Just
it was weird. It was weird for sure.
Yeah.
M. Fetters has gifted 10 LVCopsTV memberships. Thank you, M. Fetters.
Thank you.
All of you new members, be sure to go to the membership tab and watch Brian cuss a lot.
But douche that like button.
In the behind the scenes footage. And I'm going to put this video. It will be full quality. Hopefully I'm coming through clear. Maybe my internet is janky today.
Oh. Steve wants you to switch to Cox cable. It's so good. Now all of a sudden his end.
That's funny.
Well, as soon as we get Google Fiber, I'm getting that.
Yeah, that would be nice.
And we got $20 super chat from MEA or Mia. I'll be wearing my free Karen Reed hat at the inauguration. Come say hi if you're there.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Well, none of us will be there because it's too cold.
I would be there if I could.
Okay, let's try this again.
Yes.
Wrong button. What's going? Oh, I got to add to the stage. There we go.
Oh, yeah. Man, we can't tell anybody.
Tell nobody.
We couldn't tell anybody.
Yeah.
No one. I was like, because I got a big mouth. I'm like, how many times I almost slipped up?
Yeah.
Slipped up.
Yep.
But it's okay.
I kind of knew it was going down because Kelly had told me, a couple of weeks ago and said, hey, we're planning this event for Karen. Just got to keep it really quiet. And then she was like, we're going to get all the creators to come out that's been covering the case.
Yeah.
And then I knew you guys were coming out. So I was excited. And Steve reached out to me. We started talking via Twitter.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, while we're out there, if we have time, let's get a show together.
Absolutely.
Like, fuck yeah, man. Let's do a show.
Yeah.
So,
it's like one big family.
Yeah. It really is.
Good. Yeah.
It's really, really good.
I can't just sit and watch injustice and not speak up. It's not fair. It's not a human way. It's not the American way. You can't just let people wrong other people and get away with it, especially to the extent of Karen Reed.
Yeah.
So to me, that's just unacceptable. And the only way you can the only thing that stops a bad man is a good man, right?
Yeah.
So we try to be those good men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So even with our career and helping people, like you said, every day, now with the YouTube channel, because we wanted to still help people and affect people and get stuff out there with dirty cops, but also good cops. And this way we can touch the world now instead of just going call to call, house to house. Now we're reaching even more people. That's why we do it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of people, I mean, all over the world that during the trial, I mean, people flew in from England, Scotland.
I know.
It was just amazing to see all of that.
It's huge. It's huge. It's a big deal. But you're also talking about a woman's life.
Yeah.
You know, and then Officer O'Keefe who died. I mean, it's just tragic all around. And if there's a hill to die on, I mean, this is it. Because you're talking about putting an innocent woman in prison for a long time. To me, that's not acceptable.
Yeah. And it's crazy because, I mean, you look at the history of Massachusetts. I mean, we fought back against tyranny here, you know, and for a long time, it kind of re-evolved back into corruption, and we're seeing it. But I think it was a great statement last night. I can't remember if it was Karen or Karen's father, Bill, that made the statement. I think it was Karen. And she said, you know, we're doing, no matter what happens in my case, we're doing great things here because we're essentially peeling back the curtain and showing corruption that's going on here in the state of Massachusetts.
Right. And sometimes it takes somebody
courage to do it.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it takes somebody that has to go through a trial, right? As in like biblical ways that you're going through a trial. Like somebody said, or Turtle Boy said that God did this to Karen because she could take it. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, you're going to have trials in life. And this is Karen's biggest trial.
Yeah.
So you got to act accordingly and take what will come. But that's why she has all the support. So even if it didn't work out for her, she still has all the support.
Yeah.
But I think with everybody doing what we're doing, I think a realization's coming that we all know what's really going on.
Yeah. You know, and I said last night, you know, I was sitting there, I was talking to Bill. I had a private moment, you know, with him. And, you know, I just said, I'm so sorry that I have to meet your wonderful family under these conditions. Because I mean, every story that I've heard about them, you know, friends and family that showed up last night, you know, people that work at the restaurant that they frequent in their town.
I know.
And they said they're just such great people. And I'm like, it fucking sucks. Like I have to meet you under these conditions. When law enforcement shows up, when people start walking away,
they don't walk
you
away.
go, hey,
they don't walk away.
Come here. Where are you going?
Come here. Where are you going?
And then I see them start separating people.
And then if they start running, boom.
Yeah.
You're like, that's my guy. We need to talk to this guy who's running away from us. Because that's happened. That happens to us all the time. Hey, let me talk to you. Come here. And they're like, no. And they run.
Yeah. So in Brian and our shooting, our sergeant was homesick on her deathbed.
Yeah.
Right?
Wow. Yeah.
When we got on our shooting, she was the first one to arrive, and she drove an hour to get to us.
She didn't even get in uniform. She was just in plain clothes.
Yeah.
But she's like, I need to be there.
Yeah.
Like, that's the way it should be.
Yep.
Right? We get into a critical incident. Our boss on her night off or when she's sick comes to the scene.
Yeah.
That's the way it should be. Our captain came to the scene. Everybody,
watch commander came.
Watch commander. Everybody.
Wow.
We had about 30, 40, 50 people.
Yeah.
And this was back in 2006, right? We had about 40, 50 people. Our captain actually said, "Are you guys hungry?" Because it happened at midnight and we were graveyard from 10 to 8.
This is Steve, by the way.
Yeah.
If you want to jump on and say hi to everybody, you can. It's a wide camera.
I didn't want to stop
Yeah.
on this super chat, but
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to go back to last night for a second.
Okay, yeah.
And just comment on all of the love, from
for sure.
everyone,
Yeah.
and from Karen and her family. You could just feel it.
Yeah.
She and her father went and talked to everybody.
Yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, shook hands with everybody.
come on,
Yeah.
we love you,
Yep.
and we love them. But I also wanted to say, with the creators, it's not a competition.
No,
it's a community.
Yeah.
We're all, we haven't met any of these people in person. And every one of them, it was love. Let's do something together.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome.
Yeah.
You're awesome. Everyone's just there, not for themselves,
For the cause.
but for the cause,
Karen,
and making it as big and as loud as it can be, and doing it together.
Yeah.
No,
Well
but
said.
I mean,
Well
like I
said.
said, and I
It's
mean
amazing.
this
Yeah.
at the like I said, it's refreshing to see this because not many law enforcement will speak out. They will be, and I have people that come to me all the time that are in law enforcement here in the local
Right.
area, and they go, "Keep doing what you're doing. but they just won't speak out.
But
they live
they're,
here,
they're
right?
still on
Yeah.
the job, though, right?
They're still on the job.
Right.
Yeah.
So
When you're on the
you
job,
can't get involved in any political type stuff. You really can't.
You can't have an opinion when you're in uniform like that. At least with Metro Police in Vegas, when we're in uniform, you don't have an opinion.
Good
Thank you, sir.
U.S. citizen, $20.
Nice.
Says, Brian, thank you for having the LV Cop Daddies. They love you. And where is Steve? Congrats to the mug. We're probably a little bit behind on lag of the super chat, but Steve did join.
Yeah.
Here. He's shooting. He's offside. He's offside of the camera here.
He's eating donuts.
He's eating donuts.
Hey. That's
He's
all right. I
eating
got
donuts
some.
and filming some content, which is great. So, Tsunami, thank you so much. Channel member, moderator, and good friend. Thank you. I've gotten to know you so much offline, and you're hilarious. Look at this. We got the donuts here.
Yeah.
And he says, 2017 Las Vegas shooting at the Mandalay Bay event. Were you guys involved to that response? All right.
So
can you talk about that? I'm gonna grab a water.
Let me grab a donut real quick and get my juice going.
So I had my gun on this door. They blew the door. They roll in. We hear a 3-round burst. I roll in because I'm thinking, all right, now we're getting busy. We're going and we're going to be in a gunfight. We like Gonzo said, I thought all of us pretty much were on the same page. Like we're going to be in a massive gunfight with these people that, come to our city to end them. Like we're not messing around. Going there. We're gonna unalive you. And we went through the door and looking around, and we're like, what the hell? It's just one guy. We're like, this doesn't make sense.
So was he still actively shooting when you guys breached the door?
No. He stopped shooting. He had, when I got there, he was still shooting, but as I was throwing on my gear, he had just stopped. So then I was thinking, all right, shit, he's reloading. Now's a good time, but fuck, I gotta run. I gotta get to the floor. So we go through the door. He's dead. We're looking around. He had 24 rifles. He never actually he actually just shot, and he had 2 locations. He was shooting out of his main living room. He broke the window in the master bedroom. He went from location to location, but there was 22 or 24 rifles. He never reloaded. He just picked up shot and he set it down, picked up shot. He had a paper with the windage, the yardage, the humidity. Like like a sniper. He was dialed in. He knew what he was doing. He taped up all the vents and stuff. And I don't know why he was doing that. If we're gonna gas him, probably. But he had food and water. It looked like to me
he's gonna be there for a while.
So it was kind of surprising that he didn't want to shoot it out with us. I was actually surprised at that. I really thought he would want to take some of us out as well. I mean, you just shot 2,000 people. Why wouldn't you shoot at us?
Yeah, heavy days, man. Heavy days, that's for sure.
I'm gonna restart the Wi-Fi on my computer that I'm broadcasting the video from. So just give me a minute. Talk amongst yourselves. I don't know if you guys can see the chats.
I see nothing. Nothing. Funny,
blind as a bat, huh?
I see nothing but me and you. That's it.
That's so funny. That is so
it's
funny.
weird, man. As soon as that part came on, man, my hands start getting sweaty. And I just
yeah. No, what's crazy, Brian, is even when we do these videos and we're watching them and we're trying to see if they're going to be good, but we're looking at how it's happening. I still get the little toot, dude, don't do that, right? Yeah, it's a feeling you'll never forget. It's a feeling you'll never forget.
Yeah.
When you live it and walk it as long as we did, it burns into your psyche, man. It really does, man. And we're going to do a segment. I'm going to go into this, Brian, but we're going to do a segment in the future about mental illness in law enforcement and first responders.
Yeah.
And it's a I don't want to say it's a disease or a sickness. It's a position that a police officer or first responders get put in because of the day-to-day life of what they experience, right? And I'm not just talking on the job, I'm talking at home too, right? Because that plays a big part. but it's a prideful job, right? Bunch of alpha males. Hey, you're not gonna tell me what to do. Inside, you're just tore up. I'm not gonna tell you, Brian. Hey, man, I need some help. I got some issues because we're too prideful, right?
Yeah.
So that's a barrier that's been almost impossible to break through.
Yeah. 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 It's going to be a good episode.
Yeah.
And I would say it's needed, especially after what happened here in Vegas. With the Cybertruck. So I would say, PTSD. Yeah. I mean, it needs to be addressed. It needs to be looked at. Yeah. And you need to figure out ways to handle it,
Well, I don't think honestly our police department does a good enough job with follow-ups when it comes to a critical incident involving members of the department. You good? Yeah, you good. Okay. Give you the blessing and you're back on the road when you're not really good.
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly how it is. They just say, yeah, when I was first through the door on the guy over here actually by my house, like half a mile from my house. Guy shot his wife or unalived his wife, his baby boy on his birthday, 1 year birthday, and the dog. And I was the first one there, and I had to go into each room and call it out. And I was in there for hours, and they said my sergeant Pete comes out afterwards and like, hey, you good? And I'm like, yeah. I mean, what do you want me to say? Like, you're still in shock. You're kind of like, you just see all this horrible things, and you're kind of like, yeah. I mean, I'm good. What do you want? Because if you say no, you're not. They're gonna want to talk to you and blah blah blah. And you have to go to all these appointments off of work.
I'm going to say this. It comes down to the subconscious, and I don't even know if this is the word, machoism.
Subconscious machoism. Yeah, you always think you can fix it yourself. I'll process it later. It'll go away, right?
Yeah.
It'll go away. I'll process it later. Not a big deal. I got this. I've seen it before. And even though you've seen it before, they all affect you differently. I mean, you and I have seen, I can't even tell you how many bodies, hundreds, if not thousands.
Countless.
And and some of them you forget, and some of them you never forget. It's weird.
Yeah, it is. It is. But like you say, thankful that we made it out.
Yeah. Well, I know Metro's doing the new wellness center for officers, retired officers. So they're going in the right direction. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I don't know if other departments are, but Metro definitely is.
It's never going to change.
You got to get rid of those demons, man. Demons in the basement.
Yeah, but police work's never going to change. It's always going to be the same.
No.
We're gonna have a guest that's gonna call in, honestly, when we do that special episode, and she is one of our own law enforcement officers, but she also has the military experience too, because I think she's a high-ranking officer too, man. I think it's like, holy moly, I'm not sure what is she a colonel?
She's a colonel,
and she's a sergeant, so she's doing well for herself.
Right, she's a sergeant at Metro Police, but she's a colonel, I think, in the Army or Air Force We'll find out. You'll see.
One of the branches.
One of the four, but she's high up. Pretty sure she's a full board colonel.
Yeah, she holds a couple of degrees, and she had to do a paper one time about mental illness with law enforcement and military. So she should have a good opinion of it.
Maybe.
Yeah, she should. Yeah.
What's up, Jim? I woke up this morning and I found myself in Canton.
I did as well.
Right?
Wow. A little too far back there, Steve-O.
Well, replay crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Replay crew right here. Replay.
I got my Wi-Fi. I rebooted my whole Wi-Fi. I'm gonna find the spot and try it again. And if it works, cool. If not, like I said, I'll put it up on the member area, and
yeah, we'll just cut it.
and you can also watch the whole episode on Brian's channel. So give me a minute to find the right spot, and I'll be right back.
Producer
Well,
Steve.
I want to take this moment to I need a moment of silence. Okay, my Las Vegas Raiders are done playing for the football season. Raider, a little silence, please. Okay, that's enough.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, like 14 of them.
Really?
Jeez, Pete. Yeah, we lost them all.
Are they
We
going to
lost
fire
them
the
all.
coach? Are they going to fire the coach now, or
They fired everybody. They fired
Really?
everybody already. Yeah, they're
But
sweeping
they were
it.
so excited. Didn't they just get
Yeah.
that coach like last year or 2 years
Yeah.
ago?
We've had 5 coaches in the last like 7 years.
Well, you don't. I
So-
mean, is that football? I mean, I don't follow football that much. So, is they just
Not-
firing coaches if you have a bad year now?
Well, we've had like 20 bad years.
Didn't we? Didn't you? Yeah. All right.
Well, we made it to
Guess-
the playoffs like 2010, but we lost the first round. So
I guess we just suck.
yeah. What do you got, Steve?
I got a super chat.
All right.
From Nick Rocco. Nick
Nick
Rocco,
Rocco.
who also does a lot for this movement. $4.99. Never stop talking about this case. We need more and more exposure.
Absolutely.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, we
You
dropped
got
that.
really quiet after I read that, so
I got a little
thank you,
confused
Nick,
there.
and
Thank you, Nick. Thank you.
Thank you, Nick.
and thank you for everything you do for this community and Karen and her family.
Thank you, sir.
Blessed in Texas is back with $5.
Thank you.
Chief said the
Thank
camera
you.
didn't see anything. Thought you guys would take off with that topic more. No worries. Who thinks it exists? Well, we don't know. I mean, as far as I know, Ring cameras are pretty good and they usually work.
No, I've had my cameras for
Wouldn't
like.
be surprised if it was a cover-up.
Well, listen, I had my camera. I've had my Ring cameras for like 15 years. I've not had one issue with them. But now, listen, we don't have the same climate changes that they do. You know, hot, cold, hot, cold. So could have been just not working, possibly. But from us looking at everything that's been going on, it was broken by them. If that's really what happened, right?
Yeah. Well, I look at it this way: if it wasn't introduced as evidence into the case, then then we didn't view it.
Yeah.
Another super chat from Christy Painter's daughter. And I see I'm pretty blurry. Maybe my Ring's not working today with all this internet problem.
Yep.
I know there's probably more video and other evidence and discovery. The Commonwealth buried that, was never released. Great job today, guys.
Well, I found out that in that Brian Walsh case, that there was so much evidence that wasn't even examined. You know, so that might have some weight. But how, when you dismember your wife, there's not much more you can hide from. You know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's insane.
What's your defense?
We got another super chat, $2 from Blessed in Texas.
Thank you, Blessed
Hopefully,
in
feds will
Texas.
subpoena. Hopefully, the feds will subpoena the Ring footage. There is any.
Next time we do a live, I'm gonna wear my cowboy hat for Blessed in Texas, just for her.
Do it.
And another one from Christine F. K-Fan, $10. Thank you, Christine.
Thank you, Christine.
Looking forward to all your content in the new year. Thank you for all you do. Free Karen Reed.
Yeah.
Yep. Karen Reed.
All right. So based on what I'm seeing on my other screen here, I look pretty blurry.
Yeah.
Do you guys? Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll try to play the video, like I said, and if it's bad, then we'll end it short.
Yeah.
I apologize, everybody.
Producer Steve's fault.
About time he gets the blame for something.
I know. He always blames us.
You know, now's a good time, but fuck, I gotta run. I gotta get to the floor. So we go through the door. He's dead. We're looking around. He had 24 rifles. He never actually reloaded. He actually just shot and he had 2 locations. He was shooting out of his main living room, and then he broke the window in his master bedroom. So he went from location to location. But there was, I think, 22 or 24 rifles. He never reloaded. He just picked up, shot, and he set it down, picked up, shot. But he had a paper with the windage, the yardage, the humidity, like like a sniper. He was dialed in. He knew what he was doing. He taped up all the vents and stuff. And I don't know why he was doing that. If we're gonna gas him, yeah. But he had food and water. It looked like to me
he's gonna be there for a while.
So it was kind of surprising that he didn't want to shoot it out with us. I was actually surprised at that. I really thought he would want to take some of us out as well. I mean, you just shot 2,000 people. Why wouldn't you shoot at us? They can't shoot back.
For sure. Yeah.
We absolutely can.
Yeah.
And we will.
Yeah. And you get the firepower to do it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was FD was flagging us down, and they're like, "Hey man, we need to go in here." And I'm like, "What is this?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "This is the entrance for the Route 91." So I'm like, I look at my watch. I'm like, "Fuck, man, you guys haven't been in there yet?" So this is, what I know. I don't know if officers might have been in there before then.
Sure.
But I don't know. So
Right.
I just show up and they're like, "We haven't been in there yet." So I'm like, "Damn, this sucks. What the fuck?" So they're like, "You guys protect us." We do what's called force protection. We do a diamond shape around FD, right? FD's in the middle, right? We do a diamond around and protect them. So I was the lead guy. I was front. So I would light up.
You're all right, buddy. Take your time.
I would light up everybody with my light, and FD would check them for signs of life. Black tag, dead. And we ran out of black tags.
Yeah.
And most of a lot of the victims were women, so it was tough to sit there and see them blown apart and their heads
Women
blown
should never
apart.
be hurt, man. Tell you that.
And it was elevated, so they're shooting down on everybody, so everything's like this:
head,
and
shoulders,
head,
upper
ears.
torso.
Like the first lady I ran into, she got shot, looked like in the ear, and it just blew part of her head apart. And you're sitting there looking at these innocent people, and you're like, "What the fuck, man? Like, who could do this?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Is it political reasons? Like, there's no reason to shoot 2,000 people in America. I'm sorry. I don't care who the fuck you voted for. I don't care what you are. I don't care about any of that. There's no reason to do that, because people always ask me, why do you think you did it? And I was like, you can never look for logic in an illogical act.
Yep.
You're not ready to look at like a civil war scene
in
your own city.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when you look and you're just seeing bodies all over, and like it was eerie because it was dark and there was like phones ringing. I mean, there was everything on the floor you can imagine: trash, wigs. There was a wheelchair all bloody. There was like a prosthetic limb I saw, like a leg.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, it's horrible.
It sticks with you, dude.
Yeah.
That's one that you will never forget, ever.
Yeah.
And we always told our officers, if you pull somebody from our eat spots, let us know, right?
Yeah.
Let us know, right? So we can be prepared for some retaliation, right?
Right. So, hey, we'll send out an AM. Hey, we arrested the cook at so-and-so.
Don't eat there.
At Denny's for DUI, or I just got him armed robbery or whatever. Don't eat there.
Yeah.
We'll do that because, yeah. So anyway, she sprinkled meth ecstasy all over our foods. We were all messed up. Calling my buddy at 6 a.m. I'm like, "Hey, dude, are you asleep?" And he's like, "Fuck no, I'm not asleep, man. I'm wired." And I'm like, "Me too." My wife comes out. It's like 6 a.m. I'm picking up furniture, vacuuming. And she's like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" And I was like, "I think we got drugged last night." She's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So we were all fucked up. So
the schnozberries take like schnozberries.
Yeah, right. We had to go to the hospital.
Colors.
Yeah, we had to go to the hospital, and it sucked. I was up for 3 days.
Wow.
And then there was so much meth in my system. I got hit with a lot of ecstasy. That wasn't bad.
Truth be said, yeah, I'll do it again.
That wasn't bad. But the meth, it made I couldn't pee.
Yeah.
Right. So I was off for a couple of days. I come back to work, my first day back to work, and I go the whole day, and I'm like, every time I tried to pee, I couldn't pee. So I'm like, this is weird. I was like, well, maybe I don't have to go that bad.
Right,
I don't know, but we're busy. So I'm going and gunning, running and gunning. I go to lunch, still can't pee. Get to debrief. A couple other guys were like, "Man, you don't look good, Bri. What's up?" Like, "B, you look like shit. What's going on?" I'm like, I can't pee. I just happened to tell them. And they're like, "What?" And I said, "Yeah, I can't pee."
Yeah.
And they're like, "Dude, you don't look good." I was like changing colors.
Wow.
And they're like, we need to get you to the hospital now. So they rushed me to the hospital, and they're like, yeah, you had so much meth in your system that it swelled up your prostate.
No shit.
So my prostate swelled up, so it was blocking my urethra.
Pinching
so
it.
I couldn't pee.
Yeah.
So she puts I was in so much pain. She's like, have you ever had a catheter? And I was like, yes, just do
one now.
I didn't care. I was like, I had it. I know it sucks. Do it. Let's fucking do this shit. So she slams the catheter in, and I'm like, oh thank you. 500 cc's.
Wow.
Yeah, which is it's actually bigger than a football, almost the size of a football.
Unbelievable.
And she said, Brian, you were probably minutes, if not hours, away from your bladder bursting. She goes, it was getting ready to pop.
Wow.
And I was like, and then I would have been in serious trouble. So that's why we don't eat if you invite us over.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. And it's a shame. It sucks that it has to be.
They're
like
doing
that.
it for a good reason, but we just can't do it.
Right. We don't know, because now with fentanyl and stuff, you put a little fentanyl in one little drop in a glass of water or whatever, and it'll kill you.
Kill 10 people.
Yeah. So it's like now, we didn't trust them then, and probably still don't.
Let me just circle you guys back around. So you went to Canton yesterday, and you did a little bit of a tour. I know you met up with Peter Murphy. He's a wonderful human being, and a great guy, and a great retired cop, law enforcement. Such a great guy.
He's an OG, man.
He's
I'm
an
telling
OG.
you.
OG.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience through Canton. Kind of take us through the day.
Well, we started with very little sleep. We actually went to the Cove the first night.
Yeah.
Kelly Reed picked us up. Her and Noah, great people. Everybody here is so nice. Everybody goes out of their way to make sure that you're comfortable. Like
taken care of.
Yeah, taken care of. Anytime we needed a ride, they're like, "Come on, I'll take you." And we're like, "Well, it's an hour away. Who gives a shit? Let's go." Yeah, it's like, geez, okay. So everyone is so nice. But we started at the Cove. We had a great dinner with Kelly, Noah's mom and dad came out. Will DeGlaire showed up.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Will came, and we all had dinner, and it was a good time. And then
next morning was bright and early.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we got like 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, and then we started off at the McDonald's.
Yeah,
we met Peter Murphy.
Nice.
And we did a really nice interview with him. He's a great guy, an OG cop.
Yeah,
and we did about, I think, Steve, how long was that? About 40 minutes? You think 45-minute video?
That's great.
So, yeah, shout out to Doug, who was driving us around. Thank you, Doug. He was like our Uber driver yesterday.
That's awesome. Send you some
and he
gas
didn't have
money.
to do that. He drove all the way up here just to drive us around.
Oh, that's awesome.
So we wouldn't, so we could save money, and that was cool. But yeah, Peter he's a great dude. We had a great conversation. That's going to be coming out probably on our channel in probably about a week or two.
Yeah.
You'll get to see the whole interview. He says he gives us some meat. He says
meat for the bone.
Meat for the bone. So there's going to be some exclusives on LVCopsTV next week.
I love it.
But it was a great conversation.
Yeah.
And then we did our tour. Then we went up to O'Keefe's, John's house, Officer O'Keefe's house.
Yeah.
Beautiful house.
Yeah, really nice.
Yep. We filmed some there, and then we went down to 34 Fairview.
Okay, so this is what I want to. This is what we're gonna get into right now.
Yeah.
Okay, so first impression when you saw the area. Tell me your first initial thought.
Well, everybody said it was small, right? But Brian and I come from cookie cutter properties, right?
Like cul-de-sacs,
literally, our front yard
yeah.
is this big.
Yeah, my front yard is the size of this table.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
when we saw it, we go, that's pretty big, but there's still no way you can't miss something on the front yard.
Yeah.
But on the way there, we were debating, are we gonna get out? We're gonna get out. Brian goes, hell yeah, we're gonna get out.
Yeah. And you know what? We came all the way here. We're gonna we're gonna fucking get out. We're gonna film on this yard.
Yeah.
What's the worst that happened? They call the police and get us for trespassing.
So the Chinese fire drill.
We'll just take off. We'll just take off.
So from what I know from what I've heard, and I think just the rumor is that the new owners of the house are very pro Karen Reed, which is awesome.
Yeah, we heard that.
Really
I wish I would have known that then.
Yeah,
because I probably would have knocked on the door and say, "Hey, can we film here for because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to film for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I wanted Gonzo and I to really get a feel for what was there, and that's also a reason that I had to get out. Like I needed to feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Of course.
Like,
I've walked it many times.
Yeah. I mean, this guy lost his life.
Yeah.
And I needed to feel that. Like I wanted to feel the area. I wanted to stand where they think he might have been. Like I needed to feel it.
Yeah.
And you can. It's eerie. It's eerie.
So what did you think of the because a lot of people, when they look at and you know what I'm talking about,
24 miles, 26 miles.
A lot of
backwards,
people,
yeah.
right? A lot of people when they look at it on the TV, they don't realize that it has a slight grade and there's a curve.
There's a wicked turn there.
Yeah, a wicked turn.
Doug had trouble going 25 miles an hour forward.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So backwards, and I said that in the car, and I was like, man, good luck. Yeah. Good luck even getting up to 24, and then a snowy ground, and you're going around a turn like that, and then straight. And now, come on, stop.
And the math don't math.
So we did a little bit of filming right there on the yard because we had to.
Yeah.
And then where did we go? Oh, then we went to the waterfall.
You ate at the waterfall.
We ate at the waterfall.
Tell me about your experience in there.
It was a lot smaller than I thought.
Yeah.
Like on camera, I was expecting this big bar, open bar, you know, and then, it's not.
We could barely fit through the door side to side.
It was like, it was cool. It was a cool place. It was funny because when Gonzo and I walked in, there's probably like 6 people.
Yeah.
And I guess we stand out because everybody, it was like the movie scene where it's like the music stopped. Everybody was like, the whole place stopped and everybody looks at us.
And I go, is it because I'm Mexican or what?
And I was like, how you doing? And Gonzo was like, what's up? And then we had lunch, and it was actually the first time we've ever been recognized.
Yeah.
Was yesterday. And it was funny because Kelly goes, if you go into Canton, you're going to get recognized very quickly.
Right away.
Like in Vegas, nobody gives a shit about us.
Yeah.
Trust me.
No,
nobody cares about us in Vegas. Nobody would, and even if they did recognize us, they ain't gonna say shit. They'll walk by. Well, probably, well, fuck you. You're fucking YouTube, whatever.
Right.
But we're sitting there getting ready to eat, and this nice lady Cheryl comes over, and she's like, "Excuse me, I don't mean to interrupt your lunch." She goes, "You look familiar." So Gonzo and I are sitting there staring at her, and she goes, "Do you guys do YouTube? Because I follow a channel." So I stood up and I said, "Hey, you doing? I'm Brian from LVCopsTV." Nice. And she's like, "I knew it. And then I said, "There's Gonzo." And she goes, "Gonzo." And I said, "And there's producer Steve." And she's like, "Producer Steve."
I love it.
It was cool. It was cool. For the first time ever being recognized in public, to have it done at the waterfall was, couldn't have scripted it.
Full circle,
Couldn't have written a better time to be recognized than our very first trip here, which there will be more.
Good.
And we get recognized at the waterfall. Like, to me, that was so cool. Like, I was over the moon, you know, because, you know, we're humble dudes. I don't even consider myself a YouTuber. Like, I really don't. When people say, "What do you do?" I'm a cop. I'm a retired cop.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll ever say I'm a YouTuber. It's because it's just not me.
You're
an
an educational professional.
There you go. I'm a retired cop. Like, I don't
but that's really what you're doing. I mean, you're educating people on your channel.
And this is, I want to say this, and this is to all of our people, your people, our people. When we were talking to this lady, I go, "Do you comment?" She goes, "No, I don't like to comment. I don't want, you know."
Yeah.
I said, "Listen, what you might put out there might resonate with somebody else, right? So if you got something to say, if you got a question, put it out there, because one of us will answer your question. Have the courage to say what's on your mind, because that's the only thing that's going to make a difference. It's what's on your mind, right?"
We hit back most of the comments. I didn't this weekend because for Sarah from Mulaney, only because
we're busy.
Lack of sleep. And we've been so busy.
Jet lag.
Jet lag. Oh, I didn't fall asleep till like 4 a.m, and then we got to get up at 7.
Brian's first flight in 28 years.
Wow. Yeah.
Turbulence.
Yeah.
I will say this, B. The experience for me was personal, right? Because now I could feel it, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I was saying it before, but when we're cops, we're cows. We don't experience this stuff, right? But we're not cops. We're actually living through all the videos and all the comments, which connects you to this situation, and you really feel for what's going on. So when I went to Waterfall, I was like, "Damn, dude, this is where it fucking went down."
Yeah.
These guys were planning it, right?
Yeah, it's like you could feel it, man. It's very cool. That's why I said when we got invited by Karen and Kelly to come, we were like, you know what? We got to do this. Even if, money out of our own pocket, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Because,
it's for a cause.
Yeah, it's for a cause.
I love it. I love it.
And yes, we did pass, what's that place called? The pizza place?
CCDC.
Oh,
ACDC.
D&E?
D&E.
Oh, the pizza place. Yeah.
You guys are going to go in and grab a slice,
Fuck
right?
no, man. Well, only because first off, I'm not giving them free advertising. And then second off, when we drove by it, I was like, what is that phone booth that serves pizza? Because it's fucking like Gonzo and I don't think could stand side to side in that place. I'm like, you just walk, the counter holds one. You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'm not even wasting my time. Fuck that.
Attaboy.
So we had Karen sign one of them, and then I had Karen, her mom, her dad, and her brother Nathan sign it. So what we're gonna do is, and we're gonna auction those off, and then 100%. 100% of all those proceeds will go back to Karen Reese.
All these pictures that we're talking about, you'll see on our channel when we do our video, our Canton video. All the pictures that we took that night in video, Steve was running around with his camera. They'll all be on our channel, so you'll get to see. We got to hang out with Karen for like 20, 30 minutes and talk to her, and that was super cool. She's such a nice lady.
Down to earth.
So teeny too. She's tiny. She's tiny,
but very in tune with the room. Oh no, went out with everybody and just hi to everybody.
Sharp as a tack, man. She's she was doing her rounds.
Yeah,
and she said hi to everybody. Shook everybody's hand.
Everybody. Yeah, probably every 250 person in there last night.
Like I said, it was like last night was like being around your family. It was like being in a room with family, and it was nothing but love. I didn't hear one person say one bad thing about anybody. There was no gossip, no nothing. It was just straight 100% love. And it was a really cool, good feeling, because I miss that from the East Coast. Sometimes the West Coast is not, they don't really get together like that. A little drier. I miss that about the East Coast with exactly. With all your cousins and all your family. Like East Coast, the cousins, everybody, they stick together, because that's the way it was when I grew up in Philly. West Coast is a little different. So it was nice to feel that.
I tell you what I felt too is I felt proud.
Yeah.
Being in there, I felt proud because I was doing something that was
we were
good,
contributing.
Right? Yeah.
And even though we never feel like we do enough, it was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool.
I love it. I love it. Just hang on one.
Very proud to be there. It was an honor.
Yeah.
It was it was an honor.
I'm gonna give $500. I'm gonna give $500 back to Karen Reed's Defense Fund today. Because I think we lost a little bit of the totals here.
Sure.
Nice.
But I'm gonna do this. We're gonna give $500 to Karen's Defense Fund.
Yeah.
So we'll make that donation in honor of LTL Media and the LV Cops for coming in today.
Appreciate
We'll get that up there. So we're gonna do $500 for Karen Reed's Defense Fund in honor of LV Cops coming in today.
That's what I'm talking
and
about.
I appreciate you guys coming here.
Push that like
Brian,
button.
thank you so much for sharing that story. And I know it hits hard. And I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. And I'm looking you at the eyes right now. I've had many, many guests in this studio. And your story today was one of the rawest stories that I've ever seen or heard come through here, man.
Yeah.
And I see that in your eyes. And I appreciate you opening up like that. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that, brother.
Part of the job, my guy.
Yeah.
Part of the job.
It's just a tough story.
Well, we got you. We got your back. And
Thank
you
you.
guys are a guest here. Anytime you want to come in and hang out, I'd love to have
For
you
sure.
guys come back
For
in
sure.
and come through again.
For sure.
And I appreciate it. And Steve, I appreciate you being here, man. I'm glad that we made this connection, that you reached out
We'll
to
be
me
back.
because,
We will
it's
be
been
back.
quite an experience. So yeah.
Yeah, it's not a
Mi raza
competition.
es tu raza.
Yeah.
It's not a
Love it.
competition. We can all work together to help
Yeah.
Karen, because people forget and they draw the focus on themselves. It's
You can't do
It's
that.
not about you. It's about her.
Look, it's
Come on,
such
Steve-O.
a great time spending time with these gentlemen. And like I said, you all are welcome back in the studio anytime. And you've done a lot of great things here for the people here in Massachusetts. And I can see from your hearts, you truly love what you do. Steve, producer Steve, it's been such a great time. And again, I want to thank the Reeds for having us last night and all those wonderful people that stood out across the state of Massachusetts today to stand out for Karen Reed. And again,
Awesome.
$500 we're going to donate back to Karen Reed's Defense
That's awesome.
Fund today.
Benji.
We want to personally thank you for all that you do.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Almost every day I see you
Yeah.
do, and it's
But,
awesome.
but we collectively do it together.
Yeah.
Correct.
We collectively do it
Correct,
together.
Everybody supports everybody. And
Yeah.
that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Hey, and I want to say thanks to Steve for putting up this whole thing together for us on me and
This is
Gonzo's
awesome.
part. Steve makes it a lot easier for us. So
Well, we don't know what we're doing.
yeah, that's true.
We don't know what we're doing.
But we're
Yes,
going to do this
Steve,
again.
Steve
You
took
guys
care
come
of
out.
all of it for us. So thank you, Steve.
Awesome. All right, everybody.
Thank
we
you.
love you. You can look up in the camera right up there. We love all of you. Thank you so much. I'm going to hit the outro. I'll get the donation posted up quickly. I'm just going to get these guys out of here and we'll get the donation posted up. All right, everybody. Love you.
Peace out.
Talk to you soon. Take care. Bye.
Make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas. Yeah.
Didn't I was in the shot.
That was it, huh? That was it. You know, I
Kind
remember
of
when
fun being
Brian
brought
said,
back.
I know, when Brian LTL said we're going to donate $500, I thought, man, that's good, man. That's good that he was able to donate $500. I think they're pushing north of over $600,000 that they've raised, or the collective
Nice.
has raised, right?
Good. Yeah.
So power
Yeah,
to the
that's
people still.
yeah. Yeah,
I think that's it
that was
though,
a good
right?
video, Steve. You did a
Yeah,
good
that was a
job,
good
man. That was a
video.
good that
Good
was a good
job.
video. It's a nice walk down memory lane.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The total currently stands at $597,010.
Wow.
Wow.
Nice.
So just over
Wow.
$597,000.
That's
Nice.
crazy.
Don't forget your donation in honor of Nurse
Yeah.
Kim's or
There's Kim.
30,
herself,
30,
Nurse Mommy,
$39. Okay.
39th birthday. She's asking for
$3.90.
$390 if you want to do 39 or 390 or 3,900, whatever you can do.
Whoa. Whoa.
It's appreciated.
Yeah.
So that was it. That was fun. I enjoyed
Yeah.
revisiting all that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good
And
time.
we
Hope everybody
unfortunately
enjoyed it.
we didn't get any footage with Turtle Boy. Well, there's a lot of people that we got to hang out with: Turtle Boy, Tom CPU, Mike Young Jerks,
Yeah.
Melanie, and Nurse Kim. It's
And Mizzy too. Mizzy was there.
Mizzy. Yep.
Mizzy.
Maz
A lot of great
Media.
people.
Yeah.
Maza, yep, leaving a lot out because there was so many people there, like 250. I think 200. I don't know if Kelly is still in the chat, if she actually has an accurate or a close number, but
I heard her
it was
say
a
it was
great showing.
250.
And
That's
I
what I heard.
know many more people wish they could have been there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was a great showing and a great night and a great trip for us. I had a blast.
Yeah.
I told these
That was a
guys
good
we're
trip.
either going to love each other or hate each other at the end. And we're still here, so no problems.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Okay.
Let
Well,
me see if we've got any more supers here.
Yeah, if we don't have any soups or questions, we'll wrap it up.
yep.
Let these people go
we
about their
do.
Saturday.
Yep.
Yeah, we're 2.5 hours in. I think this is the next one. Blessed in Texas. Another $5. Chief said it didn't see anything. Oh, no, I read that one. Thank you, Blessed in Texas.
Yep. Muchas gracias.
Oh, was that reference the ring cam?
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go. Blessed in Texas says, please do wear that cowboy hat, Gonzo.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
He will do it.
I'll
Absolutely.
do it.
And Blessed in Texas once again, $5. Brian Gonzo Steve, chat, please know. I had TBI and focus on certain things. I appreciate your patience. Also, guys, I appreciate you.
Yeah.
And we appreciate you everyone watching, moderators, members,
Everybody.
everyone.
Yep.
Dude, we were able to do this and we were able to go out there because of your support.
Yep.
Even just watching the videos helps us a lot. So thank you so
Immensely.
much to everyone.
What really helps us a lot is when they hit that badoosh button.
Hit that like button. Hit it.
Like it, share it with your friends. Oh, and we
Like
never
it,
mentioned
share
there's
it.
I think everybody knows, but there's a notification bell too. So if you want to be notified when we go live or post pre-recorded videos, hit the notification bell and it'll pop up on your phone or whatever. And you can watch it when it's new or live.
For sure. For sure.
That's all I got. Again,
All right.
from me, thank you everyone here and everyone that we got to deal with out there. It was an awesome time. So
yep.
Thanks everybody. We'll catch you next time.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
So what's on the agenda for next week? What are we going to cover next week? We're going to do the Brooks, the New York inmate that got unalived by security.
We're still alive.
I know. I'm talking to you.
Oh, okay. I was like, wait a second. Yeah. Brooks. Yep.
And then you make the call right after that.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna give
All
our subs PTSD.
Exactly. A little taste of our lives. But
You're gonna have a partner though this time. You're gonna have dispatch and a partner. We'll see how you do.
Yeah.
See how you do.
It'll be fun.
All right. Let's end this.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Thank you everybody for watching. We had a great trip. Steve did an amazing job putting it all together for us and for you, for our viewing pleasure. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. It was a well needed trip, and we had a lot of fun. Met a lot of great people. Thanks for sticking with us, and as always, thanks for watching.
And for those still serving, have a safe tour duty, please.
And make a difference in someone's life. Stay classy, Las Vegas.
Always.
And everyone. I hate this camera. I hate it.
1 Sam 5 and 1 Sam 6, copy a 425 call.
Copy. 1 Sam 5 en route.
1 Sam 6, copy, en route.